BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals! NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside my partner, Rosendo Caballero. Welcome, Rosendo.
How you doing, Mr. Jones? A busy day, but I'm here ready for some Eunice baseball.
I can relate completely. We had Charlie Fairbrush. He got here a little early and got the camera and everything set up, and now he is headed down the highway as work duties call, and he's got to head over to Carlsbad. So between the three of us today, if it hadn't been for the fact that there was three of us, we'd have probably been in a bind. And the last week or so, it's really been that way. We've been able to kind of jump around and cover when one or two was going to be out of town or had family things or work or whatever. We've been able to jump around and get these games covered as best we can.
Yeah, it's a whole teamwork.
That's right.
Baby.
That is for sure. I want a special thanks to all of our sponsors: Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas, Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, the City of Eunice, Eunice Public Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Cardinal Hardware and BTH Services and Rental, and lastly but not least, Eunice Wrecker and Rental. Without these sponsors, we would not have these spring sports covered, so we appreciate you. Thank you all for all that you do. We're here today live in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals will be hosting Portales in a battle of the 2A Eunice Cardinals versus the 4A Portales Rams. This is a varsity matchup between the two games. We had a JV game that took place first. The Eunice Cardinal JV falling in that game. I believe the final score was 14-0.
You are correct, yes, sir.
And so the Portales Rams take the JV game, and so now we will move on to this, or into this varsity game. Got a good matchup scheduled here today. These two teams did meet earlier in the season with Portales taking that matchup. And so we should have a good one here on deck today. It's a windy day. Started off beautiful. Up until about 1:30, 2 o'clock, it was a beautiful day. And then about then the wind started blowing a little more, and it is gusting now, dirt in the air, and it's kind of ugly out there. I'm glad we're inside.
Yes, I concur 100%. It's very ugly out there with that wind and that sun right in our eyes. Yep. It's going to be a long evening here.
Yep, I concur. So anyway, should be a good matchup. Once again, the Eunice Cardinals hosting Portales. And, the Eunice Cardinals have, I want to say struggled. I guess that'd be a good word over the last couple of weeks. They've had some injuries. They've had some, some growing pains as they've moved people into different spots, trying some different things. And, just haven't really looked like the Eunice Cardinals of past years so far. Now, they've had glimpses of that where they've looked really good. And so I'm not sure. I know one of their main players that's been injured and out is Bubba Cerna. I don't know if he's back yet. Has anybody seen him?
Yeah, last game they played. He was the designated hitter. I have not seen him anywhere on the field, but he is swinging a bat, so that's a plus.
Okay. Yeah, and that definitely helps Eunice if he's in the game, hurts us if he's not. A lot of youngsters out here getting playing time for this Cardinal team as well. So anyway, the two teams look to be finishing their warm-up. I thought this game was going to get going about 6:30. It doesn't look like either team's in too big a hurry.
Nope.
We'll send it over for a quick word from our sponsors. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system. Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy support services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. The Eunice Cardinals getting ready to get going here. We are in the top of the first. And who do we have, Luis Gomez?
Yes, Luis Gomez is on the mound. Kevin Garcia is behind the plate for the Eunice Cardinals.
And Ontiveros at bat for Portales, and he drives
shot.
that one over into right center field. Stepping over is the right fielder. He's going to grab it and throw it in. And so there's a stand-up single by Ontiveros.
Off the first pitch, hits it over towards the right field, right?
That is correct. And that'll bring up Gutierrez, number 3 for Portales, as he steps up here ready to go. Portales already with a runner on first here in the top of the first. Gutierrez in that right-handed batter's box ready to go.
They may face each other in the championship game, right, for the Cardinal Classic?
Yes, these two teams have met
And
earlier,
he is
and there goes the runner. And Eunice doesn't even get a throw down, as that pitch was actually behind Gutierrez.
For ball number 1.
Yep.
Keep in mind, Charlie's, like we said earlier, Charlie's going to try to keep score
On the app once he gets on the highway.
Yes, so bear with us.
He's not texting and driving. He's full of,
Yep.
you know.
And he has a co-pilot.
Handling the app and driving. That's different than texting and driving.
That's a lot different. So that's a strike. It's 1-1 here on the.
I actually hear that in court fairly regularly. I have people say, well, I wasn't texting and driving. I was checking my email or whatever. And you're like, yeah, that's the same thing.
I would concur with you, Your Honor.
Yeah. So, anyway. Gomez back on the hill. The board shows 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a swing and a foul ball into the netting.
That's strike number 2. Yeah, Eunice has been having a tough season right now. The last couple of games they played, they've been run ruled, if I'm not been mistaken here.
I've been so crazy busy that I hadn't even had a chance to really follow them too much. A lot going on. Didn't get home today till after 5 o'clock probably. So
I haven't been home yet. I was inside. Oh, he said he hit him on the elbow, so he's running over first.
So Gutierrez gets hit by a pitch, and he'll head on down to first. I got home just in time to run home, change clothes, and run back out the door.
I hear you. Here comes the coach for the Eunice coach, the head coach, to ask about that, if he did or did not hit him. And the umpire showing him where he hit him at.
Yeah, and apparently Coach Almager didn't quite agree with him. He's still yeah.
So the umpire's shrugging his shoulder like, hey, if he said it hit him, it hit him.
Yeah, and they
call him Angel.
The catcher's still shaking his head no, And the ump's still saying, well, I don't know. So anyway, a little discussion as to whether or not that pitch actually hit the batter or not. But so that'll bring up Tejas. Tejas heads to the plate. Runners on first and second. No outs here, and there's a drive towards
Double
second.
play here now.
He's going to pick it up. It was a slow roller, and then they throw it over to first. So they're going to get the runner at first, but he does advance the runners.
Yep. I would have charged that one, but he didn't. Oh, well, what do we do?
So that'll bring up, I believe this is Swift.
Taylor Swift.
And he's got those, at least one of those new gloves that we've talked about on that look like cow working gloves.
Cow working, some leather gloves. I went and looked at them when I was getting that lineup. They're pretty nice, man.
Oh,
Soft
yeah.
on the inside.
Yeah.
Rugged on the outside.
Yeah, that's the big thing this year is what I'm told, and they're not cheap. But it does look like something you'd work cattle or work on some fences with. There's a drive into center field. It easily gets into center. It's going to advance one runner toward home, and he's going to score. And the other runner to third. So we'll have runners at the corners after the RBI single from Swift.
Man, everybody's jumping on that first pitch by Luis here.
And that'll bring up Pfaffenberger. Pfaffenberger is a lefty. No outs here. The board shows 2, but I don't think there's any.
I would concur with.
And so he's going to step in there ready. Garcia going to step out on in front of home plate and give a bunch of signals to his infield about the way they're going to play this. I would expect that your runner on first is going to be going, but I would also expect the way things have worked here, you're going to be swinging at that first pitch.
Mm-hmm.
He's really close to the plate as well. And there's a dry foul back over into the parking lot.
But that makes the first baseman mad for running all the way, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be mad at him. Make me run an extra 50 steps for nothing, man.
Running some wind sprints.
Into the wind, too. Look at that
Yes, that is right into the wind. I mean, look at that bird. He's flying his little wings off, and he's not going
anywhere. And that's
anywhere.
a big bird out there.
That's a big bird. That's a buzzard. He's waiting on something to die, either some rams or some cardinal meat.
That'd be cool if you hit him with that ball up there. That'd be so awesome.
They're going to throw it over towards
gets
first.
Away from the third baseman.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the dugout over near third, and so another run is going to score, and the runner from first advances to second.
Here in the top of the first, it's 2-0 in Portales' favor.
Trying to see who all's out there and where they're at.
Bear with me. I believe that's Morales at third, Jeter at short, Blevins at second, Calvillo at first. Outfielder, I'm sorry, but I cannot see that far, especially into the sun. So I think Luis Zamora's in center field, just by the way he's standing.
So Pfaffenberger back up here ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's driven high up over the catcher, and I mean, it did almost hit the bird.
Oh, two hands. Heath Dean would have said 2 hands.
Kevin got underneath it right where he needed to be. It landed right in his glove, and I mean, that was a towering foul ball, but it hit right in his glove and bounced out.
And keep in mind that ball's spinning backwards the way he's looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh well, it's strike number 2, huh?
So 0-2, showing on the board.
2 outs. We got 2 outs.
I don't think so.
I don't think we have 1.
Yeah, we had a ground out while ago.
Yeah, the one Billy did, yes, sir.
Yeah, fielder's choice. There's a drive over toward second. Billy Blevins with a nice diving catch and then throws him out from his knees. And so Blevins with a heck of a play on the ground out there by Pfaffenberger.
Had a dive to his left to get there, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Blevins stretched out, dove, saved a run there for sure as there's a runner on third. Threw it from his knees over to first to get the runner.
And Blevins is a tall boy, so he stretched out a long ways, man.
That is true. So that'll bring up Lozano. Lozano heads to the plate now.
Did he have a home run last game? I think he had 2 when we played him.
That's very possible. Big breaking ball stays outside for ball number 1. Yeah, that's very, very possible.
So we have 2 outs here, 2 runs with Portales leading here with the runner on third, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And 1 ball on Lozano.
So Gomez kicks, fires toward home, and that one's inside and high for ball number 2.
There's quite a few people out here. It's hot out there, but it's just windy.
You know, when I pulled up in the parking lot, I usually park a long ways away, and there was nowhere to park. I mean, for a long, long ways.
Call it a full house.
There's a swing and a miss. So that'll give him a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Swung right through it, huh?
Yeah. Lozano steps back in there. Not to be confused with Yuli Lozano from back in the day.
And he can hit some home runs, huh?
For sure.
And run that football.
And that ball is high for ball 3. So 3-1 is the count. 2 outs here. We're in the top of the first. Portales versus Eunice. Portales leads 2-0. Not sure if Charlie's got the app up and running yet or not. I hadn't checked. So if you don't know the score and the count, I'll give it to you. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Fouled over toward the first base dugout.
I got to take the shades off. But if I do, that sun's right in my eye, so I didn't even see the ball where it went.
I'm over here ducked behind this little beam right here so I can see.
I can't duck. It's the first time I don't have to duck.
Been your whole life.
Yes, the story of my life,
That's
sir.
right. Just trying to reach your head up.
That's a blessing in disguise, right?
And that ball's outside for ball 4, and it gets away from the catcher, and it's going to score a run as well. So Lozano with the walk, and then a run scored on the pass ball, and that'll bring Williams, can't even say it, Williams up to the plate. So 2 outs, runner on first. It's a 3-0 game here. Portales versus Eunice. Portales in the lead. Kevin Garcia, he's had some troubles
dangerous.
with that
He's
catching
down on his
gear.
knee without his helmet on, man. And there you go, umpire. Finally called a timeout for him.
Yeah, and the batter was in the box.
Yeah.
Bat
Yeah, behind his shoulders.
cocked, ready to go, and Kevin's down there working on his equipment.
Lozano has a decent lead over the Portales Rams.
I would guess he's going to go.
I believe you are right. No, we
No,
were wrong.
he didn't. There's a high fly
He knew
foul.
he was going to pop a foul ball, huh?
Yeah.
I thought I hit a vehicle the way she said that.
Yeah, some little kids over there playing almost got a knot on the head, I guess.
So back to the action. Has strike number 1. And Lozano is leaving, but no throw. Oh, there is a throw towards second. He is there by a mile.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened is there's a foul ball that was hit right back over the press box, and apparently it landed right back here near the concession stand, and everybody was looking that way and oohing and ahhing. So I'm assuming it must have nearly hit somebody, and then we had a young lady in the crowd that ran around the corner, started screaming at her kid to get over here, because I guess they almost got knocked out.
Yes.
So here we go.
Charlie said he is keeping score. That text just came through.
You are the man.
Swing and a miss, foul ball. Charlie bringing up the speed. The score is 3-0. Portales leads. 2 strikes, 1 ball, and 2 outs here in the top of the first, Charlie. We'll get it in a minute. Literally, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right, so here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes showing on the board. Gomez on the hill kicks and fires that one and swung on and missed for strike number 3. And as we move into the bottom of the first, the Cardinals trail 3-0.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle. Parker Energy Services. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We're here in the bottom of the first, and leading off for your Cardinals will be senior Billy Blevins.
One of the few seniors on this baseball team, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you've got him, Kevin Garcia, Braylon Jeter.
And I think that's it who play.
Yeah. And so Blevins steps in there ready to go, and he takes that first pitch low and inside for ball number 1. Chloe was telling me earlier that Billy had got his senior pictures in and that they were really cool, had some really neat looks to them. So here comes the next pitch, swung on and fouled off over toward the first base dugout, evening up the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. On the hill for Portales, I believe is Dylan Saunders.
Yes, sir.
Young man is a tall drink of water.
Lefty.
Throws that lefty. Oh, and
Off the
Billy
knee.
hit that one right off the pitcher's shin, and then he beat it down the first base line as he deflected it right off the pitcher's shin.
Off his throwing leg.
Man, that looked like it hurt. It was a rocket, hit him right in the shin, and then deflected over between first and second base. Second baseman hustled over there, picked it up, tried to get it to first, but Blevins
It's too fast.
He was running like Chloe down the first base line there. And so he beats it out.
Hopefully he gets to second base. The last couple of games, Eunice Cardinals have been stranding a lot of people on, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it appears to be the same lineup as well. Kevin Gonzalez?
Garcia.
Garcia,
Kevin
I'm sorry.
Garcia, the catcher, steps into the to the right-handed batter's box.
It's some type of G.
Here comes the first pitch is high and inside for ball number 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Garcia. Billy Blevins standing on first. They really need to get something going here. You don't want to end up with a huge deficit right off the bat.
Yeah, especially against Portales. It looks like Portales can put some points up real quick.
So here comes the pitch. Oh, they're going to throw it over toward first. Almost threw it away. First baseman did a really good job of stretching off.
And he has a long
saving
stretch,
that
too.
one.
What's he like?
Yes.
He's just a little bit taller than Billy.
Yeah. Yeah, look at the first baseman over there. He's tall, too, because Billy's not little.
Nope.
So there's another pitch. Then that one is in there for strike 1.
So 1-1 here with no outs.
So next up would be Braylon Jeter. He's on deck, and then you'll have Calvillo in the hole. Blevins getting a good lead here, looking towards second. That ball's hit right into the gap. It's going to get into right field. Blevins going to make the turn at second and then stay there. And so Garcia with a good piece of hitting as he has a single that moves Blevins into scoring position. And that'll bring up big Braylon Jeter for the Cardinals with runners on first and second, no outs.
He hit that ball in the perfect spot, man, because that second baseman could not reach it anyway. If that first baseman was not holding Billy on, he probably would have got it. But he did it. So Jeter hit a home run here.
So Jeter steps up to the bat, or to the plate, ready to go. Runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch. It swung on, and man, he hit that one way high, and the wind's pushing it back, and it's going to get in the netting. When when that ball first left the bat, I thought they were going to have a good shot of making a play at it.
What you call a major league foul ball right there.
Mm-hmm. Man, he hit that one a ton high, way up there. The neat thing is it was right up over us, so we could kind of see it the whole time. So
kind of enjoyed it, right?
Yep. So Jeter steps back in there. Runners at first and second. We're in a 3-0 game here. The Cardinals trail. Nobody holding Blevins on. There's a drive into center field, but it's that wind. It's hanging up there, and it's just going to come back over to the second baseman, and they're going to make the catch.
That ball started right over center field over the Cardinal and got pushed all the way back towards. You see the Cardinals there? He got pushed all the way back to second base.
The wind is blowing from like out in left center field straight back toward us almost, kind of to our right. And that ball was hit hard, but it just kind of like a golf shot that takes off and then just keeps rising and then ends up almost coming back to you. And that's the way that ball looked.
Kind of like a Frisbee, huh?
Yep. So here goes Calvillo. Jose Calvillo steps into that left-handed batter's box. 1 out, and he takes that first ball inside for ball 1.
It hit me. It hit me.
Yeah, he could have played that off probably pretty good.
Who we got on deck? Is that Tyson?
Yeah, next up will be Tyson Coy after Calvillo. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Calvillo, the lefty, at the plate. He takes that one low and outside for the ball. And
Oh,
then
that was a close paper would have thrown it.
Blevins dives over to third.
What's Kevin doing on first, bud?
So he ends up at,
Oh, man.
after a slightly deflected passed ball, Blevins going to steal third. So Garcia still at first. Calvillo in there ready. There goes Garcia, and they're going to throw it down to him.
Yeah, that's a foul ball. Oh, he tipped it.
Yeah, I thought he did too, but they let him go.
Yeah.
So Blevins still standing at third. Garcia now standing at second. Calvillo at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. We've got 1 out here, that high fly ball from Jeter. 3-0 is your score. Here comes the pitch. And that one's outside for ball 3.
I'm just amazed that Portales catcher threw it down the second with the runner on third, huh?
Yeah, you could tell he had a cannon too, because he rocketed that one. It stayed about 5-6 foot off the ground all the way out there.
Better watch out, pitcher. He'll hit you.
Here's the next pitch. It's driven over toward the first baseman. He's going to scoop it up. Blevins is headed for home, and he gets in there. And then headed to third is Garcia. So Calvillo's going to end up with the RBI fielder's choice. And so we'll get on the board.
We're going to have a courtesy runner here for Kevin as he gets to third. Who's it going to be?
Let him get his catching gear on, probably.
Yep. Number 18, I think. I can't tell from it.
Maybe Goita?
Yeah, it looks like
Jaciel Goita?
Looks like Jaciel Goita.
And so Tyson Coy heads to the plate. Runner on third. 2 outs here. Eunice did get a run on the board, so it's now 3-1. Here comes the pitch. That one's right down that outside corner for strike number 1.
Did you say it was 3-1?
I said it was 3-1. 3-1.
That's for the rest of the people in the press box.
we're trying to help him out a little bit.
He said they won't let him.
Yeah, the scoreboard's not wanting to work. So here comes the next one, and that one's inside low for ball 1, I believe.
Yeah, 1-1. 1 strike, 1 ball. We get them all mixed up over there. Don't we?
Yep. So 1 ball, 1 strike here. 2 outs, 3-1 is the score. Stepping back in there is Coy. He takes that one high for ball 2, I believe.
I wonder if he lost power over there.
I don't
He
know.
ain't put nothing up. Not even his hands.
So big lead over there. I believe that's Goita with the big lead at third.
Sir, you're right.
And here comes the pitch.
Outside the corner, and he's going to call that
He
a
likes
strike.
it, yeah. In that
Come on
JV.
home, Goita. Pay attention, buddy.
Oh, man. The catcher overthrew the pitcher. The ball rolled all the way out to shortstop. Got it in between first and second. And we weren't paying attention out there.
We got to capitalize on those mistakes, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We were strolling back over to third base, and so had our back turned. And so back on the hill for Portales. Here comes the pitch, a reach and a swing, and that is strike 3. And so down go the Cardinals, but not before they put 1 run on the board. At the end of 1, your score, Portales 3, Eunice 1.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. The pitcher I believe.
Yes, sir.
Sanders comes to the plate.
Gomez is still on the mound for the Eunice Cardinals, pitching out of the stretch. He is very comfortable pitching out of the stretch with nobody on.
Yeah.
Now he goes back to the lineup. I stand corrected here.
So Sanders at the plate, lefty.
Ball one.
Steps in there ready to go, and he takes that one.
For ball two.
Something that I've noticed, well, you know what? That's not true. I was going to say, because they switched during the JV, I was going to say this ump,
Yes, sir.
that side of the plate, he doesn't like it anywhere close. This other side, he gives you about 6 inches to a foot outside. He liked this right side of the plate better, but
he probably has a better right eye than the left eye.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. But
so he has 2 balls,
but anyway,
1 strike.
that was a different ump the last game, so they've switched. The one is out on first base. So it is what it is. 2 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 is your score. Here comes the pitch.
And he is missing that outside corner quite a bit on that one.
Yeah, that one looked a little wide for sure. So that'll make it 3-1 is what the board says now in a 3-1 game. Luis Gomez kicks, fires toward home, fouled backwards, and
He just missed that by a smidge. That Portales player. They gave him the green light on that one. So you're pitching. Help yourself, son.
They're going to make it 3-2 here. Gomez, last time I looked on Mile Split, has the top high jump into a boys track and field this year so far. So stepping back in there, he's ready. Tipped that one off and stays alive. Does Sanders.
Count remains the same.
Yep.
Just full, right?
Yep.
A full count.
So Sanders steps back in there, ready to go.
Sorry about that. That sun's finally going down. Then we can start seeing the game a lot better.
Yep. It's like into the orange. Out there.
Hit him in the
hit
ankle.
him right in the side of the ankle.
And he's charging the mound. I'm sorry, he's going first.
Man, he gets hit by a pitch. And Gomez had done real good work there to catch up and stay ahead in that count, and then he whacked him right on the ankle.
Thank you, Evie, for that update. We are sounding nice and loud and good.
All right. Well, that'll bring Mayberry up. He's going to come up. Him and Paul and Aunt B are all at the plate.
I was trying to remember the song, that theme song. Yep. Oh, Mayberry squares up the bunt. Runner takes off the second, and the throw is off by a smidge. Makes it in safely.
So stealing second for Portales is Saunders. And Mayberry steps back in there ready to go. Got a runner in scoring position already here. No outs. We're in the top of the second. 3-1 is your score.
Luis on the mound. Ooh,
and that ball's driven into shallow right
It's
field. It's going to drop. Bounces a couple of times. Bounces a
Send him
third
home.
time, and they're going to send him, and they do. And throwing for home is Billy Blevins, and it's not going to get there in time. So Portales going to score on the RBI. We'll call it a double.
Stand-up double there for the young man. That was a good throw from Billy way out there. Good accurate throw, but it wasn't on time.
Yeah. Yeah, the ball got bounced around a few times out there. And
who's out there? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Give me the lie.
So you got a 4-1 score now. And
Very
now we're
exciting.
back to the top of the lineup as Ontiveros comes up here. Ready to go. Runner in scoring position on second. Swing
Wanted
on
that
and
one, huh?
miss. Strike number 1.
That was a quiet ways out of there, huh?
Yep.
Wasn't even close to the plate, and he swung.
So stepping back in there, ready to go is Ontiveros. Gutierrez on deck for Portales. Runner standing on second, has a pretty good lead. Easing toward third right now. Gomez fires that one. It's going to be outside.
Get him.
They've got a chance.
Oh.
And the ball's going to go over into left field.
It
He's
hit his
going to
foot.
turn and head home. They fire it toward home, and he's not going to get there in time. So stealing third, and then a pass ball and scoring a run is Portales, and we got a 5-1 game.
When he threw that ball towards third, that runner was sliding and it hit his back foot.
Yep.
And went in the air. Kind of a tough break there for the Eunice Cardinals. And
Yep.
Kevin, man, poor guy.
So that'll bring up Gutierrez, I believe.
Yeah, he's still under 1-1.
Base is clear, no outs, and that one is high and inside. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is on Taveros.
Yeah, on Taveros. Yes.
Yeah, it was the pass ball or
Yes,
whatever
sir.
that advanced the runner. So
kind of threw us
My
off
bad.
a game, off a player, but we're good.
Yep.
This is the player he got shadow hit, right?
So this is the young man that got the single.
Okay.
At the very
next
beginning.
one is the one who got shadow hit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So stepping in there ready is on Taveros, and he takes that one outside. 4-2. Or no, 3 is what the board shows.
3 balls, 1 strike. Let's give him the green light here. Since they have a 5-1 lead here at the top of the second. Let's see what this young man does.
Looked like they had those camps this weekend. Looked like they
Yes, sir.
did
It
well.
was a
There's a
success,
drive
too.
into left field. It's high, holding up in the wind, and making a catch out there in left field. A good catch. He's our left fielder, and I don't even know who that is out there. Trying to look at my list and see if I could tell.
Yeah, all I got is Portales. I don't know.
Maybe Hyan Castro.
I don't know.
So, after the fly out, here comes Gutierrez. Young man got hit by a pitch his last at bat.
Yeah, those camps for softball and baseball, man, they had 2 times, man. They had quite a few people go out there. They got free T-shirts. They
That's
got to play on the
awesome.
slip and slide after they do the camp. So
I love it, man. I really strongly believe that that's where it's at. That's what you've got to do, and you can't just do it. And
you got to build for the future,
man,
right?
You got to build, and if you don't,
And that's in everything.
everything, academics, sports, it doesn't matter which sport it is. You know, it's why our baseball program and our football program have been so successful for years, because we have such a strong youth program in both of those sports. And so there's a drive into right field. Right fielder making a run back. The wind's kind of got it. It's going to bounce off the wall. Stays
He's
in
going for
play.
3.
He's turning, headed for 3. He's going to get there easily.
The ball's not even in the infield yet, and he stopped at third.
Yep.
That young man could have made it home if he wanted to.
And so a stand-up triple, Gutierrez.
Went opposite field on that.
All the way off the wall. That'll bring up Tejas. He grounded out his first at bat. It's a 5-1 game here. Eunice trailing early.
Real early.
Still in the top of the second. Tejas at the plate. Luis Gomez on the hill. Takes a look toward third. Now looks at home. He's going to fire it. Big breaking ball goes off the glove of the catcher, and it is going to be a strike 1.
Yep. He chases that high heat there. Just for a strike. Oh, here comes trouble.
Hey, yep, there's some trouble. Did she go to the camp?
She's softball started for him today, so she went to that.
Oh, gotcha. There's the real deal, Chloe, right there. The myth, the legend.
Oh, Chloe.
And so
That's
that
ball number
ball's- yeah.
1. 1 ball, 1 strike,
One
and
ball,
1 out.
1 strike, 1 out. Rock boogie oogie.
Only did that for the Eunice team.
Only on 2s. Oh,
Yeah.
well, maybe we only do it on 2s
so they
for
can
Eunice, but
strike
for
out, yeah.
them we'll give them this extra
I hear
strike
you, I hear
this
you.
way. Let's see. Let's see if
Yeah.
my
If
theory
it does,
works.
we'll keep doing it.
Oh,
Oh,
it
man, he
didn't
wanted
work.
it.
It was a ball, so
Guess you need to do a little bit more effort. You can
That's
hear it
right.
a little stronger.
that's right. I'm going to have to wee a little bit into
That's
it.
your theme song. Woo,
Yep.
woo. Here comes Jimmy Jones. Woo, 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 woo. You better pull over. Woo, woo.
Stepping back in there and ready, and that ball's going to go to the backstop. It does
gonna
bounce
be
off
close.
pretty hard. It's going to be close, and they got him.
He tried to do that
as he
fancy swim
tried
slide.
yes, he did. And the Portales faithful not liking it, but he was definitely there in time. And so they pick off the runner as he was trying to steal home on the pass ball. Garcia did a real good job of hustling back, and the ball kind of bounced off the backstop and went to him, and he was able to turn and flip it over to Gomez for the tag. So with a 3-1 count and now 2 outs, here comes Luis's next pitch, and they fouls that one right off his knuckles.
Straight back to us.
Mm-hmm.
Add a play. And here's Kevin adjusting his gear again. That poor guy goes through so much hassle with that helmet. It's broken.
Yeah, he's pointing at it and saying he can't hear or whatever. Yeah, gear is just, I used to catch in my younger days, and gear is just so much different. It's like now they look like hockey goalies. It's a completely different outfit than what it used to look like when I was a catcher. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There's the pitch. It swung on, a little dribbler over toward the pitcher's mound. Gomez going to grab it. He throws over toward first. Calvillo had to stretch to make the catch.
That's a bang play, brother.
And he gets him. And so down goes Tellez on the ground out. So at the end, well, as we move into the bottom of the second, your score, Portales 5, Eunice 1.
Eunice schools are excited to have students and staff back on campus and involved in another successful school term. It's been an eventful year, and the Eunice schools are ready for whatever comes their way. Eunice Public Schools provide high-quality educational experiences in a safe environment. The entire Eunice community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities, and a fantastic school system.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero, and we have moved into the bottom of the second in a 5-1 ball game. And the Eunice Cardinals trail in here, and coming to the plate for the Cardinals, I believe, will be Morales to lead off this inning with Luis Gomez on deck and Luis Zamora in the hole.
You said times have changed, right, on the catcher gear?
Yeah.
So has the prices. My daughter came here almost emptied my wallet out.
Yeah, to go to the concession stand. Yeah, huh? Yeah. No,
I gave her, she's like, no, the other one. I'm like, what?
Yeah. I saw a deal on the news earlier today, and it was talking about home mortgages. And if you had gotten a home mortgage, 10 years ago at a below 3% interest rate, and it was talking about on a $400,000 home, whatever, that now's price on that same home would be like 56% higher than what it was to finance just 10 years ago. And I can definitely relate to that.
I can too. And by the way, Portales has a different pitcher out there. He is another left-hander, but he's not that tall, skinny kid they had out there earlier.
Yeah, they have changed pitchers.
This one is number 22, if I'm not mistaken.
22. I show as Edel. Edel? But I'm not sure whether that's a first or last name.
Or both, huh?
Yeah. And taking strike one was Morales. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on, fouled away for strike 2. So 0-2 to Isaac Morales.
What caught my attention, this guy has a colorful glove out there. It's like a neon green with the neon orange.
Mm-hmm, that is true. That is true. Yeah, if baseball, basketball, all these sports are different. Here comes the next pitch, and it's...
Oh, wow, that was low. Come on now.
Way low and outside.
He's like Angel Hernandez from the pros, just calling anything strikes.
And so that
killing me, bud.
Down goes Morales on the strike.
And Morales is like maybe 5'1". You call that? That was in the... Anyways.
And Luis Gomez will now come to the plate.
Who's 6'1".
Yeah, or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Luis is not small whatsoever.
And nothing against height. I'm just talking about the zone, the area.
He takes that one for strike number 1.
All right, he's consistent, right? I'll quit screaming for no reason.
So back in there ready. Yeah. Stepping through, kicking and firing. Swing on and miss.
He's way behind that. Oh, well.
So 0-2 is the count. 1 out here to Luis Gomez, our pitcher. On the hill now is Edel, is what I have, and that may not be right. And there's strike 3 called on the low and inside corner. They call the strike, and that'll sit down Gomez and bring up Luis Zamora.
It's Fidel.
Fidel?
I think it's an F, but I could be wrong. It's Fdel, or you see on my picture how you took. I don't know if you can zoom in.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, and what's the last name?
Is that an I or a G?
I don't know.
It's either ELGNE.
For those of you at home, the thing that makes baseball so hard is all the coaches carry around a little. It's almost like one of those little receipt books that you get when you go to the restaurant. There's a swing and a miss, strike one. And it's carbon copy, like the old school carbon copies.
Like when you get speeding tickets.
Yeah, exactly. And they always give us the last one. And half the time you can't read it.
Yeah, it's very tough.
And so we always end up with a copy. When I first went to work for the state police, our tickets was that way, and we would always say, hey, press hard 3 copies. When somebody got smart with us, yeah, press hard 3 copies, buddy. And anyway, so I...
And no, you're not getting a warning, bud.
That's right.
Are you resisting? Get off the vehicle, please.
That's right. Step on out for me. But
did y'all have tasers when you first started?
No, that came around after I'd been on about 10 years. And I was one of the last officers to carry a taser. That ball's driven foul over into the parking lot because they required us to be tased. And I never understood that at all.
That we knows what it feels like, not to abuse that.
Yeah, but I'm like, you don't take me out and shoot me with my gun before
but everybody
I can
knows
carry
it's
it.
a lethal weapon.
I'm like, but you want me to step in here and let you shoot me? I mean, them things go in your skin.
Yes,
them
I
probes.
concur, yes.
So I finally, it's a long story, but taking the walk, headed down to first base is Zamora.
Yes, sir.
As he gets the walk, and so that'll bring up Dyson Lord. Anyway, long story short, they end up having the news up there once. I taught defensive tactics, and I was up there teaching grappling, and some of the news anchor ladies from the Albuquerque News were over there getting tased as part of
I
like
thought you were
a
wrestling.
story.
Like, dang, Jimmy.
And so I agreed to go in and get tased with them. And so taking
how was it?
one, it wasn't good at all, and there's a big story behind it, but the probes went into my back. One of them sunk in real good. The other one, as I fell to the floor, because it locks you up and you fall, came undone. Well, then the system created an arc, and it burnt my back. It burnt like a strip down my back that looked like a sunburnt between the probes. It arced, and it burnt me, and I was not happy.
So I don't know if you can answer this. Did you ever have to use your taser?
I never even carried it.
Oh.
I didn't
It
carry
wasn't mandatory at that time?
Well, they said to carry, but I've never been one for doing what was mandatory.
Oh,
I've always kind of did what I think needs to be done.
I'm sorry to question you that, sir.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, swing on and miss for strike
big deal
number
with
2.
Zamora. Gets back on time barely.
Yeah, and so Lord swings at strike 2, and then they come real close to picking off some more over at first. Yeah, I never carried my taser, and I kept it in the car more to, like, spook people with, if I had a situation that I might need to.
When you put somebody in there, you just play with it all the way home?
Yeah, kind of like
to the
that.
station? Sometimes
Cook
it's
some
a 40-mile drive.
marshmallows with it.
Just let me heat up my lunch, young man.
And that one's a strike 3 down the outside corner. Lord didn't like the call, and down he goes. And we'll move into the the top of the 3rd. Eunice trails 5-1.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside partner Rosendo Caballero, and, of course, we've got the Thumb on the road as he is headed out of town for work. He helped us set everything up and get it going. And then
he's going to be running the score app.
Hit the road.
His co-pilot is going to be running the score app for him.
That's right.
Here for the Eunice Cardinals, like you said, top of the third, right?
Top of the third.
We have a pitching change. It looks like Luis Zamora's out there on the mound. And that's the only different thing I see out there in the field. You see anything else?
No.
I'll have to carry a pair of binoculars to find out those.
Yeah, those folks that are way out there, I can't see them.
And this is a small field, too.
Yeah.
Per se. But once again, the Eunice Cardinals left one on there at the bottom of the second, so it's going to add up there towards the end of the game, I believe.
Yeah, we've kind of, throughout the year, we've kind of done that. We've struggled with clearing them bases.
Achilles heel.
Yeah, left a lot of runners on, throughout the year. But
hopefully we can start cleaning that up there towards the playoffs.
And, the one thing about this Eunice schedule, too, is we play a lot of teams that are outside our class, bigger teams, bigger schools.
Way outside our class. I mean, we're not just playing pushovers.
Yeah, and so a lot of times, many, many years, our Eunice baseball team has not had the greatest record. And then come playoff time, they're making a deep run because they've been playing all of these tough teams.
And, like, for example, these teams we play from Texas, they've been playing a lot longer than we have.
Yeah.
And they come in a bit more competitive.
Yeah, Texas baseball usually gets going about at least 2 weeks, sometimes 3-4 before we do. So a lot of times they've already played a couple of tournaments. They may have 8-9 games when we're starting the season. So coming up to the plate here for Portales is, I believe this is Swift.
They said it was Carson back there, but they might be wrong. I can't see his number from here. As soon as he makes his turn, it's number 7 for the Portales.
Number 7 is Swift.
Taylor Swift up the bat.
He had an RBI single his first at bat. He's got those cool gloves on, and he takes that first pitch inside. I thought they were going to give him the call, and they don't. So ball 1.
We need to get a pair of those gloves donated to us so we can sit up here and have them all.
Just wear them to keep my hands
warm.
warm.
For football season, man. We can come up there.
Yeah, for sure. Big breaking ball comes back in there, and apparently they didn't think it came back all the way. They call it a ball.
He missed it by a smidge, I guess.
So 2 balls, no strikes here to Swift. Swift steps back in there. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on and hit high and foul, and it's going to be out of play. It's headed over, just almost over the net. The net catches it and rolls it right back down. It may roll into play. It did.
It sure did. That Portales player on deck caught it. He said, hold on, bud.
So 2 balls, 1 strike. Garcia messing with his headgear and that stuff again, looking over toward his dugout.
I wonder if that'd be annoying after a while.
Man, I've never seen someone have as much trouble with a headgear as we've had this year. It's like an earpiece or something, I think. Here's the next pitch. It's fouled off down the third base line. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here.
Where I work at, they have some of those people wear those when they have respirators on. That way they can communicate when it's voice activated on their throat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I don't like it because people sometimes just mumble stuff. Like, and it's just constantly in your ear. Like, dude, stop.
Yeah. Stepping on the hill, firing, and that ball's going to stay outside for ball 3. So we got a full count here. Yeah, I've been doing virtual court now for over 3 years. And people leave their mic open, and you get all kinds of interesting things. And then they also have the ability to log in with a camera. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and driven foul, and, he ripped that one. He tomahawked it.
I don't think it's landed yet.
Yeah. And it was a foul ball from the time it left the bat, but, he hit it hard.
That's just a long strike, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, in virtual court, some of those people will log in, and you'll have a spouse go strolling through the room, half dressed or not dressed at all. You have all kinds of interesting things that happen in virtual court. And there's another hammer of a foul ball. Just trying to cut it back. And can't get there, as the runner was already standing on second.
My question is, why didn't the left fielder run a little bit faster on that one?
Yeah, the third baseman
covered a lot of ground before the left fielder even attempted
to get over there.
Anyways, back to the action. Count remains the same. No outs here.
So part of my little morning spiel that I give in virtual court is, hey, if you can't treat your surrounding area as though you're actually sitting in the courtroom, turn your camera off, please. Because we don't need to see you or what's happening in your background.
Yeah, I've heard some stories.
Oh,
Not from you, but like at work.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch. That ball's driven into left center field. Getting there is Castro, and he's going to fire it over to second. but making a big turn at first.
I thought he was going to go to second for a while.
Me too. So Swift with a big single, and that'll bring up Farfenberger.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yep. He's a tall drink of water. Left-hander. Had to ground out his last trip to the plate. He steps in there ready to go. Big lead already over at first for Swift. 160 swiftly. Wreck it by a new run. Your crew run, run. Your crew run. He's ready to go.
Like, where's he going with this? But then I caught on it up. She flew in from Coachella last night, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Or this weekend, not last night.
Took ball one. Stepping in there ready. It's Farfenberger. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs.
Wind is still blowing.
It is. And there goes the runner. Throwing it down is Garcia, and in there with the stolen base is Swift.
That's a good throw out there by Garcia.
That was. I can concur. So runner now standing on second in scoring position. No outs. We're in a 5-1 ball game here in the top of the third.
Charlie said, "Come on, Blue."
Yeah. Here comes the next pitch, and that one's tomahawk down the right field line, and it's going to stay foul. Did bounce off that corner wall over there, right, probably about 20 feet of the right field pole. So he definitely smacked it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stepping back in there, ready to go.
Somebody got a text message on my phone.
And that ball's going to be inside for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here. No outs, or we'd boogie-oogie it, but there's no outs.
And I lost the phone. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Parental control. You got to wait until you get your phone, girl.
So runner standing at second with a big lead. There's a high foul ball driven up back behind us.
These Portales players can hit the foul balls pretty high, man.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are up in the air. There it is. I was going to hit the ump right in the head.
And I'm not sure if somebody threw that back over. Did the net drop it back?
I guess it came all the way back here and just came right through the net.
Wow.
I wonder how much money we spend on baseballs. Because it's the only sport that the balls, if it goes out of play, it sometimes don't come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And there was a time, and maybe they still do, I don't know, there's a drive over toward third base. Third baseman going to come up and scoop it. And so there's an out as Farfenberger with the fly out over to third. So that'll bring up Lozano. He walked his last at bat.
That's a big bat he got, too, man. It was like a 34-inch bat out there.
It's a lot of batties swinging.
Almost tall as Lozano himself.
That's true. That's true.
Look at that piece of wood.
Yeah.
Thought I was lying, huh?
That is a lot of wood. So stepping in there, ready to go. Runner at second. 1 out. They swing and throw it back. And actually a good pickoff move there.
By Jeter coming in at a shortstop, and Dewey's trying to throw it to nobody's there when he's throwing that ball.
Yep.
So he has to trust that shortstop getting there. Not that runner's coming all the way from second.
So back in there is Zamora. He's going to fire it toward home. Ball's going to get away from Garcia, and they're going to safely steal third. So
safely he did.
So 1 out, runner now standing at third. Lozano at the plate for Portales. Eunice in the white, Portales in the red. Portales at the plate.
Another thing they didn't have when you were a state trooper were body cams, huh?
No, they didn't have the body cam. And there's a drive into right center field. Players trying to get there, and they do. They snow cone it, and then they throw it toward home.
He was surprised he caught that.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not joking. He's like, what?
So Lozano with the RBI fly out.
And I'm not making fun of any players. It's just the way he reacted when he caught it. It's pretty cool, I guess.
That'll bring Williams to the plate in a 6-1 ball game. Williams, young man, had a ground out his last at bat. Nobody on anymore.
Yeah, no more.
Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1.
So
yeah, they didn't. The body cameras didn't come around for a while. We had a body mics that linked to our to our camera system in the car, so you
Okay.
could hear what we were saying and you could see anything out in front of the car, but we didn't have the mic actually on the body.
Strike
I'm
number 2
sorry,
here.
the video on the body. It's a little different.
And just
in
keep in mind to the new listeners, Jimmy's not that old. So I keep saying back in the day, he
Yeah.
wasn't like in the black and white cruiser with the V6.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
might have been. There's a drive down the
When
third
he was in
baseline.
patrol, when he was on patrol.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause you're talking about like, what, late 90s?
yeah, basically. And you know, it was the old Crown Vic days. There were still a few of the old Caprice Classics, the big long police cars, and they call that on the inside corner on the big breaking ball, and down goes Williams on the strikeout. What a pitch there by Zamora. And at the as we move from the top of the third into the bottom, your score 6-1, Eunice trails.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Here live in Eunice as your Eunice Cardinals are hosting Portales. The Cardinals trail Portales 6-1 here, and we're moving into the bottom of the third. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero, and we're getting ready to get going.
The thumb is on the road.
Yeah, but to Carl's bad. He's working tonight, but doing this to help us running the app.
He's a great guy. That being said, Portales changed pitchers again. Number 5, a right-handed here. So
Number
we'll see.
5
Yes, sir.
is Devin Diaz.
Devin Diaz.
Devin
I like that.
Diaz.
DD, huh?
And Billy Blevins comes to the plate.
That's the top of the lineup for the Eunice Cardinals, correct?
I believe that is correct, yep. So Blevins going to step in here ready to go. Young man had a single his first at bat that went off the shin of the Portales pitcher.
And I believe he's the only one that has came in, correct?
I believe you're correct. So stepping in there is Billy. Here comes the first
Ooh,
pitch.
breaking
It's a
ball.
big breaking ball and a late call for strike. One of those that the pitcher already had the ball back in his glove.
He's
when
already
the-
looking at the next pitch, and they're
when
ready
the
to call that
ump
one.
made the strike call. Kicking and firing is Diaz. That ball's going to be outside for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Blevins.
This Diaz guy has a lot of movement on that ball.
Does. Not very much speed so far anyway, but a lot of movement.
That's what he throws here.
Here comes the next pitch. Big
Again.
breaking ball, and that one's going to stay high. And that's going to be 2 balls, 1 strike. He's thrown 3 straight breaking balls, curveballs.
Mhm.
So taking a look and ready. Here comes the next pitch, and he threw some heat onto that
Yep.
one, sped it up a little bit down the middle, and that'll make a 2-2 count
Caught-
after the swing and miss.
He caught Billy off balance for just a little bit
Yep.
as he swung right through it. But here we go.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch, and Billy reached for that one, swung and missed, and down goes Blevins on the strikeout. That'll bring up Kevin Garcia. Young man also had a single his first at bat.
And he helped move Billy towards third, right?
Yep.
And he scored on a pass ball, didn't he? I don't remember, but we scored.
Yeah, I can't remember. No, an RBI from Calvillo.
Oh, yes.
So
Breaking pitch.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was a ball. I was holding my breath.
Calvillo had an RBI fielder's choice.
Hit
So,
that shot towards first base, yes,
yep.
sir.
And Blevins was able to score.
So that's strike number 1 on Garcia here. the senior who was a catching tonight for the Eunice Cardinals. It'll be 1-1 here.
There's a Chloe Jones sighting.
She's moving pretty good, ain't she?
Man, she's doing good. She said today the therapist was telling her that he was going to ask the surgeon if maybe they could start doing some light running in therapy. That the surgeon had told us last month when we went back for the checkup that it would be at least our next month's checkup before she might be able to do some short, light, inline running. But the therapist says she's doing good. So, big breaking ball behind the head of Garcia.
For ball number 3.
Yep.
3 balls, 1 strike on Garcia, 1 out for the Eunice Cardinals. That's great news for Chloe there.
Yeah, and she's still got at least 2 colleges that are talking to her fairly regularly about maybe running track, so she's still considering that.
Did she lose any weight? I mean, gain any weight when she was on
She
crutches?
has. She's put on about 10 pounds.
Okay.
And so that pitch is going to stay out for ball 4, so taking first will be Kevin Garcia. Yeah, she put on about 10 pounds. You know, you take a young lady like her that goes from
super active to no action, yeah.
You know, that young lady used to leave one practice and go to another one. Half the time the people around here didn't even know she was leaving basketball and going to track practice, or leaving volleyball practice and going to
basketball practice.
do this, and so weekends, whatever, always doing something. And so
plus all the stuff she had to do for the National Honor Society.
Yeah.
Running around doing that. Trust me, I had my senior do that. Both of my seniors.
Yeah, she's National Honor Society. She's the vice president of the student body. Does a lot of neat things. So.
And she was also Miss Athletic, right? Or was that Miss HS? I'm thinking of. Fair ball
there's
towards
a fair ball down
base.
the right field line. Jeter drove that one down the line, and it's going to advance the runners over to first and second. Jeter with a really good piece of hitting right there, went the other way.
And that Portales coach comes all the way into the first base coach's box. I had a question for somebody, but no.
Yeah, she was Miss EHS, and then she got the best all around. And the funny thing about the best all around is she wasn't happy that she couldn't get most athletic, because I guess you can only get like one or the other, or like one of the things. And she told me, she said, well, I got best all around, but I didn't get Miss Athletic. And I was like, well, why not? So you can only get one thing. And there's a drive over towards second, scooping it up and throwing it toward first.
Calvillo there moves the batters over. So I have, excuse my ignorance here, but all around covers what? Everything?
Yeah. I guess the all around is like a best all around.
Everything,
yeah.
Which is the word entails, right?
Yeah. And I get it. I completely understand. I don't think there was any complaining about the
selections.
The selection. She was happy that she got what she got.
But she really, really wanted.
But she's like, man, she, in Chloe's head, athletic.
It's like winning the MVP in the finals championships, or being the high score points for the year, right?
Right. There's a big breaking ball that stays outside.
For Tyson Coy here.
Yep. Coy, his last at bat, struck out. He's got a 1 ball, no strikes here as he steps back in there ready.
Unfortunately, Eunice Cardinals have 2 outs, and this is usually
runners on second and third again. We've talked about this year. They've left a lot stranded, so we'll see if we can get something going.
Just missed it, fouled it back.
That was a good-looking swing there by Coy. Just
Coy
a little under it.
Yeah, I thought he hit that, but it went straight back to us.
Fouled it right back over the top of the press box into the parking lot.
Is he the designated hitter tonight, Coy?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't have no form over here. I didn't take a picture of the lineup. I'll look at it in a minute.
I've got it in my phone. I'll have to open that up and look. Oh, and there's a swing for strike 2. Somewhere in here, I've got. Like I said, the problem is it's so hard to see that stuff. Trying to take a look here, Coy.
You can't even tell on that, huh?
No, they had him at the 7 position, which is left field, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and he takes that one, and so now we've got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rock boogie oogie oogie, woo 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 woo. That's our thing.
We had a warm-up.
Coy's in there, he's ready.
Oh, yes.
And he takes that one high for the ball. So that'll make it 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So something's about to happen.
Well, good or bad, but something's going to happen, right?
You know, singers have to go like warm their voice up. You know, they do all those little voice exercises
warm lemon water,
before they.
warm tea, yeah.
Yeah, well, they do all those little voice exercises
Which is
before
raw
they
and
sing.
rough, huh?
Yeah, ours is just scratchy. And here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit the chopper down the third base line. It's going to stay foul. That was a weird-looking ball. It came off the bat.
And Gota over here running third base where Kevin was, like, right there.
Yep.
So if that ball would have stayed in play, the third baseman could have got the ball and just tagged him out instead of being on the back.
Yep.
Come on, guys. Fundamentals now.
Yep.
Well, what do I know?
So stepping back in there is Coy.
Full count here. 2 outs.
We're in a 6-1 game. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and driven towards center. It's a good-looking hit. It held up in the wind a little bit and making a running catch out there in center to end the inning. And so Coy goes down on a deep fly out, a well-hit ball.
Yes,
but at the end of
job.
3, your score, Eunice 1, Portales 6.
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a porta-john and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports as your Eunice Cardinals trail Portales 6-1 here in the top of the 4th. We were talking about prom here during the break. Prom is not this coming Saturday, but the following Saturday, and I was telling Rosendo that I didn't know when prom was, and the crazy thing about it was we also have Ovi is in his sophomore year of college at Baylor, and they were having something like a parents' weekend or something, and so we had already rented an Airbnb in Waco for that weekend, and then Chloe said, oh, that's prom. And so now I'm staying here to do senior prom with Chloe. Erica's going to Waco to do parent stuff with Ovi at Baylor. And something else, you know, that we found out just within the last week or so is Ovi had enough college credits combined with his NMJC credits that next year he'll be deemed a senior at college. And so he's actually got a chance to be able to graduate in 3 years versus the full 4 if he can get the amount of flight hours that he has to get in for the flight program part. His degree plan for his bachelor's degree, he's got a good chance to be done next year.
Would it be hard for him to get those flight hours in?
Well, it's not cheap, for one.
Okay, I get it. I pick up what you're throwing down.
Yeah, and there's a drive over towards Short. Short running in, scoops up, trying to get it over there, and beating the throw out is the Portales runner. I believe that was supposed to be Sanders. I'm not sure if that was Sanders or not.
I think Sanders is left-handed, right?
Yeah, so that was a different batter.
That's a different Sanders.
And this will bring up Mayberry.
Number 10?
Yep.
Yep, for the Portales Rams here, who have a nice lead here, 6-1 against the Eunice Cardinals.
He had an RBI double his last at bat. Yeah, so Ovi's he just passed his commercial pilot's license, the written part, this week. And over the next week or so, he'll have to finish up and do his flying commercial portion. And so he's done real good out there at Baylor. And
so if he passes the flying part, he can get like an intern job somewhere, right?
Yeah, then he could, like he's still right now, he's not flying jets. He's flying, regular prop planes.
Yes.
And so, but he would have a commercial license where he could come in and fly, commercial flights for like a company. Like
I thought you said come out to his cartel, like.
No, well that too. If he makes
they
some
have good
extra
insurance,
money.
don't they, with them?
The cartel, yeah, they got good insurance.
Good 401k, they match everything, right?
They got real good bonuses they give you. I mean, every time you deliver a load, you get a new bonus.
A new bonus, a new
That's
boat,
right.
a new car.
And whatever. I mean,
Like Jimmy's, he's like, I'm not gonna graduate, guys. I'm good. We're just playing out there. People would listen to. We're just playing.
The runner advances to second, and then the next batter gets hit.
And I had to hurt. Look how he's running.
Yeah, he's kind of running with a hitch in his giddy up. And so hit by pitch is Mayberry, and I believe that'll send us back to the top of the lineup to Ontiveros. So runner now at first and second, no outs. Ontiveros
first is just rubbing it.
Yeah.
Had to hit hard. That means Zamora throws pretty fast then. So
hit him with that knuckleball right in the meat. That is no good. No bueno. So stepping up to the plate is Ontiveros. No outs, runners at first and second. We're in a 6-1 ball game. Eunice trails Portales. Stepping back in there is Zamora. He kicks and fires toward home. Big breaking ball. Doesn't quite get back in there. So ball one. Stepping in there, ready to go. Runners at first and second as well.
Yes, I'm getting interviewed over here. Sorry about that, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, got an interview going. They swing, throw it back, and that was a close pickoff move. Yep. Zamora's got a nice little.
He trusts his shortstop too, man.
And he throws it right at the bag, about 3 foot off the ground.
But either way, Portales is threatening here again.
And no outs. Runners on first and second. Zamora on the hill for Eunice. There's the pitch. It's inside. For ball number 2. I think.
Yes, sir. Will they scream out there, be patient or something?
Mm-hmm. Not sure who that came from. Whether that's Portales, Eunice, who. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed.
He wasn't patient on that one if it came from Portales.
So that makes it a 2-1 count.
That kid. He's going to give me so much trouble one of these days. This is always the last one, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're always kind of pushing the envelope as much as they can. I don't know if your Chloe did that.
You know, it's funny because our kids, of course we got a house full, but you know, we had the reverse Brady bunch when we got married.
I love how you said that.
And so
I'm glad she don't listen, huh?
I think it's she probably at home listening. Ooh, man, he got hit too.
Yeah, again. That's the second time this game.
Or did he take it? Because that would have been ball 4. Man missed him. Either way, it's a walk.
Yep. Either way, he gets on first, right?
Yep.
So Portales has the bases loaded here with batter number 3 up.
It's Kevin Gutierrez. He was hit by a pitch, and then his last at bat, he had a triple.
Whoa. We don't need another triple here.
Yeah, stand-up triple, if I recall correctly. Stepping in there, ready to go.
Oh, inside corner.
Takes that first pitch for strike 1.
So back to your story about reverse Brady bunch.
Oh yeah. We just, our older kids. I mean, Ovi very driven. Jada very driven. Chloe very driven, and the younger ones are just different cookies. And it's not that they're not driven; they're just driven in their own way. And that ball's going to hit the floor or hit the field. And they're going to score 1 for sure, and they hold the others up. And now we're going to have the bases loaded after an RBI single from Gutierrez.
Beautiful job by Eunice Carlos getting that ball in quickly. Just holding it to 1 run here. Making the score 7-1, correct? I can barely see
so 17 is Tejas. Tejas grounded out both his first 2 at-bats. And so the Cardinals need that here. Bases are juiced, no outs, a 7-1 ball game. Zamora on the hill, takes a look, kicks, fires toward home. It's chopper over toward third base. Third baseman going to scoop it up, fires it toward home. Oh, my gosh, and the ball's going to get away from.
He's going to call him safe.
Garcia, and he is.
I'll come out and argue that and say, you know what, he caught it, and as he went to take it out of his glove.
Slung it forward.
But no, coach could say no.
Yeah, Garcia was punching his glove like dang it, and so that's an RBI single.
On my 3 kids, the older 2 were driven, like you said, self-motivated. This one, she's driven, self-motivated, but sometimes she's a little high. And that's what gets me, you know what I'm saying?
Swilf is up now. He's got an RBI single and another single, and he's got the bases loaded, no outs here in an 8-1 ball game.
He tends to walk around like he's 6 foot, 200 pounds, and baby girl, you ain't that big.
Yeah, our middle of the boys is he's working right now. He's got basically a full-time job, and he leaves and goes to work every day when he gets out of school. He decided not to run track this year so he could work, and he's been making money. And that ball's in there for a strike. Good, bad, or indifferent, his employers love him. He works his tail off, but he likes it. He likes that money. And, he's been making real good money. There's times where he's got more money in his pocket than I have, for sure.
You're like, is that legit?
There's a drive into center field. That's going to score 1 for sure. Here comes the next run, turning toward home. And they throw it in, but not going to get him. And so that's going to be a 2 RBI single for Swift.
That's what 10-1 now. Portales is opening up here with no outs if that scoreboard is correct. Wow.
Opening up a can on us as Pfaffenberger heads to the plate. Runners at first and second. Still no outs here. We're in the top of the third. Is that right? Top of the third?
Yes, sir.
That ball's going to be outside for ball number 1. Yeah, anyway.
Dottie, I've been with Dottie Works. He does a good job when we've been in there with him.
Yeah. And they love him. He does a lot of their, social media stuff, yes. and they like him and they treat him good, and he likes them. Golly, that ball is foul. And
that lands in the visitor stands for the football field.
Man, that ball hit the field house in the air.
That's a Jerry Gladden shot right there.
And it's foul, luckily, but man, he hammered it over to the field house. Anybody that knows where the field house is knows that's way beyond the fence. He smacked the field house with that one.
It's a long strike, thank God.
Yep. There's a high foul ball, and that one is way up there, and it's coming back down, and Kevin is going to get there. What a catch by Kevin.
That's nice right there, boys. I had to bend down, look up.
I was leaning as far forward and looking up as I could. Lozano now comes to the plate. Young man had an RBI his last at bat. He walked his first at bat, and this was bat number 3 with a 10-1 lead and 1 out, runners at first and second.
You are correct on that. So he didn't want to run track, huh?
He did, but he wanted that money. And anybody that knows me knows I tried to talk him out of that, but that's what he wanted to do.
At that age, man, it's a tough call, boss. If he's making good money.
Yeah. My thinking behind it was you can make that money your whole life. You can't go run track your whole life.
That's true.
It's a swing and a miss for strike number 1. But he, like I said, it's crazy how different the kids in the house are because, Dottie's not one that you can say, no, you're going to run track.
You're like, no,
because then he'd be like, okay, I'll go out there and walk the track. I'll show you.
So he took after his mama.
Yeah. She listens about like that. There's a foul.
I did not say that. I put words in my mouth now. We'll have to approach the bench on this one.
Yeah, so he's doing that, and then Brandon, he's the youngest at our house, and he's in middle school, and
he's in 6th grade, correct?
Yeah, and I would say that. I figure he's going to be 40 and live with us. There's a swing and a miss for strike number 3.
Why do you say that? He's just that way, right?
He's the baby of the house, and Mama takes real good care of him 24/7. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
You're just mad because you ain't. You are the baby in your household.
I was the baby in my house, yeah.
And you were about 37 when your mom finally kicked you out, right?
That's probably true. There's a swing and a foul ball.
I'll have to interview her one of these days.
Not
on air, of course.
I was fixing to say we'll call her into the system. And I was my third year of college. I went to New Mexico State, and then after that, I was pretty much done with living at home.
I'm surprised you made it that far. 2 years at university. I ain't gonna say the name of the university, but
yeah. So looking down, there's a swing and a chopper over toward short, scooping it up as Jeter, throwing it across his body, and he gets it there. And down he goes. What a play by Braylon Jeter. He's tough out there in the field. And as we move into the bottom of the third, your Cardinals trail Portales 10-1.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I'm Jimmy Jones alongside Rosendo Caballero, and Charlie Fairbrush, the thumb, is on the app running the score bug for us, and we appreciate him. Rosendo pointed out, just as we were turning the mics back on, that we think they might have changed pitchers again.
Number 8.
8 is William. So, yes, this is a different pitcher, as that last one was Diaz.
Yes, you are correct.
And so we've had a different pitcher basically every inning.
Yeah. Must be nice being on the baseball team, being the head coach, having more than 4 good pitchers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to win the state that way.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep the arms fresh out there.
Cardinals trailing here on a windy spring evening. Sun has went down. You can look out across there, out through center field, and see some of those lights and see the dirt still blowing.
Mm-hmm. He brings Morales up the bat, right?
Yeah, Morales steps up there. Isaac Morales struck out his last at bat. He steps in there ready to go.
He's a true catcher, but he turned into a third baseman, I believe.
There's a swing and a miss.
He did a lot of catching last year for the baseball team.
Yeah.
As an 8th grader, he did an awesome job.
I concur.
But they converted him over to third base.
Mm-hmm.
So
youngster that can kind of do a little bit of everything, and he almost got ear hold with that.
Get out
pitch.
of that way.
Yeah,
he can get out of the way of the ball too, huh?
Yeah,
that's scary right there for a parent.
Yeah. So Morales with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. We're in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch. It's swung on, hit hard right at the shortstop. Shortstop going to scoop it up, swing it over toward first for the out. Morales with a well-hit ball goes down on the ground out.
That's tough out there, man.
Yeah, that was a well-hit ball. Sounded good. And, man,
shortstop just did a beautiful job playing the ball.
Well, and in today's baseball on this turf field,
it's so fast.
And it's smooth. It's not like you're going to catch a bad hop as that ball leaves the grass into the dirt. It's pretty much coming at you, and it's going to do what it's going to do. So here comes the next pitch over to Luis Gomez. And Luis swings and misses at strike 1.
That's good if you always play at home, but once you're out of your home field, play on a dirt field, sometimes they struggle out there.
Yeah. Yeah, it is different. There's no doubt about it. Here comes the next pitch, and that's down that outside corner, and they're going to say it's a ball.
Whoa.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
Because this is a beautiful field for the Eunice Cardinals.
Oh, man, it is amazing. The facilities here in Eunice are second to none. There's no doubt about it. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on, a little dribbler over towards short, or towards second. Second going to pick it up, flip it over to first, and they're going to get Gomez on the ground out.
That was a funny looking play there because that pitcher came out like he was going to field it.
And then he let it go.
Yes.
You know, speaking of the facilities here, you know, you've got Mr. Haynes retiring here shortly. Rosendo and the board have been working on a new superintendent. They've been, involved in that process. This new gym is going up over there. It's a $30-some-odd million gymnasium that's going to be amazing. And so, one thing I definitely, and I've told him this definitely to his face, commend Mr. Haynes for is the work that he's done on the facilities while he has been the superintendent. Our facilities are second to none.
Yeah, I mean, we're also losing Cynthia, man, our
Yeah.
manager out there for the finances part. She's very important to us. She's the one that makes a lot of this happen,
Yeah.
and the community.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah. So Cynthia will be leaving. You've got Mr. Haynes leaving. Definitely going to be some changes for the Eunice Public Schools. They have announced the 3 finalists. And, as anybody that knows me very well knows that I always do my own background investigation on people. So I've already looked into all 3 candidates very strongly because that's just the way I roll. And I know a lot of people in the Farmington, Bloomfield, Alamosa, and taking that walk is Zamora, as he's going to head on down to first. That's his second walk in a row, and that'll bring up Dyson Lord, I believe.
Yes, number 2, yes, sir.
And so, anyway, one of the finalists is a gentleman from that northwestern New Mexico area, currently a principal at an alt school there in Farmington. And then one of the others was the superintendent at Dawson this past year, and Dawson, Texas. And then, of course, we've got Miss Carrie Lindner. That's the elementary principal here at the Eunice schools. Those are your 3 finalists as they are looking at hiring a new superintendent here pretty shortly. The idea in all the meetings that I was at was that they were going to try to get that person hired so that they could kind of follow, mirror Mr. Haynes and kind of learn a little bit about what was happening and work alongside him there. Stealing second base is Zamora. Catcher made a good throw. It looked like it went off the leg possibly of Zamora.
Correct.
And then rolled into right center field. So Zamora now on second. Lord at the plate with a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
With 2 outs up there, man. We got to get that runner home.
Yep. So anyway, a lot of thought, a lot of effort goes into those hirings like that. Not easy for sure. And there's a swing and a miss for strike number 2. When you, I've been on lots of different committees. I've helped with cities in southeastern New Mexico, with counties, with sheriff's departments, with police departments when I was a police chief. And that ball's going to get away and head over. And Zamora's going to turn third. Yeah, it rolled all the way down the first base line toward the dugout. That pitcher's pitch hit off the shin guard of the catcher and went over toward first base. So
I wonder if he would have came home on that one.
It would have been close. So now you've got Zamora standing at third in a 10-1 ball game. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. There's a drive into center, and that's going to score a run. What a hit there by Lord.
And he felt it almost twisted an ankle coming out on first.
Did he?
Yes. He's grabbing it now.
So Lord almost hurt himself stepping on first base, making the turn, and now he's going to limp over the base, jumped up and tackled him.
That being said, the Portales coach comes out and talks to his pitcher and catcher here. I don't know about what, but they're talking.
Yep, and that'll bring Blevins up, top of the lineup for the Cardinals. Lord standing on first, and I'm assuming he's going to want to.
They're going to change his runners.
Are they? Yeah, they are. They're going to send somebody in for him.
Because if Bailey hits a gapper, we need him to come home. It's going to be number 33.
33 is Aiden. And he's another one of those youngsters.
8th grader?
No, he's a freshman. Aiden's a freshman. He's Dottie's buddy. So he's standing over there on first. Stepping in is Billy Blevins. Aiden's not very big, but, man, he's a little athletic rascal. Yeah. And so stepping in there ready, Blevins takes that first pitch for strike number 1. Back in there ready to go. Aiden with the big lead over at first. Kind of jabs his way out there. Here comes the pitch, swung on. It's a chopper toward short. Shortstop going to get it, flip it over to second, and Blevins goes down on the ground out. And so the fielder's choice.
At least we got one run in right there.
Yep. So as we move into the fourth, your Cardinals trail 10-2. We'll keep it here this time just to talk about what we were visiting about.
We got 3 lights on.
Yeah, it shows that we do. I wonder if he's the one that lost service. If he's going across there, if he lost.
You know what? That's probably what he's referring to on the score app.
Yeah. Yeah, and that is possible. So Charlie's running the score app for us. For those of you that don't understand how this works, the app runs off a phone, and there's an app on a phone, and that's why sometimes when one of us are missing, that's why we might not have the score going at the bottom of the board. And so anyway, Charlie sent us a message saying that he lost, or it just says lost service. I don't know if that's him or us that.
He couldn't text anymore because he has no more service. We have 3 lights, so we're good.
It shows that we are.
The station ain't said nothing yet, so.
Yeah, so we'll just keep on plugging along. But
let me text the station real quick while you talk.
Yeah.
While you chit chat.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm getting old. I can't remember what I was saying.
You're talking about how many committees you were on before.
Oh yeah, with hiring, you know, when you're trying to hire like an administrator of any organization, it is not easy, and it's a tough deal. I know, you know, my wife has been involved in the hiring of the New Mexico Junior College president and several positions for them, not to mention city managers and filling positions on the city council, things like that. And, you know, no matter who you hire when you're in those positions and you're talking about those level of positions, you're not going to satisfy everybody, and it's just that way. It's the way it is. I know that
it's the nature of the beast, right?
You know, when my wife is hired city managers and the president of the New Mexico Junior College, when they did that one, man, it was a very very interesting deal because, you know, you've all got your connections. We all have connections to people, and you all have those folks that you think should be in those positions. Or a lot of times the reality of the matter is we all have those people who we think if they're in that position would be a service of us, you know, would be somebody that would be good for me, for my family, or they're our friend or whatever. And oftentimes that's not the best choice, but it may be best for you personally, but not collectively for the community. And it is such a tough situation, a tough deal, a very, very difficult decision to make. I don't envy those people. I've had to do it, serving on lots of committees through the years. That ball's driven foul.
And you get a lot of questions, how and why.
Yeah, and the reality of the matter is, you know, and Rosendo and I were talking about this a few minutes ago. It's you know, everybody has an idea, and this is Diaz that's at the plate.
And
for
Eunice
Dallas.
has Wilson on the mound now.
Oh, yeah, we do have Wilson up there. Everybody has an idea of what they think is best, and you have these groups and committees. You know, Eunice hired the School Board Association and their group of former superintendents to help spearhead the process, and they've done a lot of these, and they have experience in it, there's no doubt. But everybody has their idea of how the process should be run. And, you know, I got to tell you, and I told Rosendo this, and I'll tell anybody who wants to listen, I'm not a very secretive person about what my thoughts are.
No,
is,
not Jimmy. You
know, like in our particular situation, when you're hiring a superintendent and that ball's fouled off, you had well over a dozen applicants, and you narrow it down to 3 that get interviewed. And so, you know, sometimes you narrow it down so much that you end up kind of walking yourself into a corner, because now if those interviews don't go like you expected them to, then you can end up in a bind. And I have seen that happen in the past. I've seen it happen with the city. I've seen it happen at a police department that I was involved in on a committee that helped hire, where they had like 30 applicants. They only brought in 4 for the interview process. 2 of those definitely didn't fit. One of them they couldn't agree to a salary on, and that ball's driven into left field, and that is number 5. That was Diaz, and he's going to get the single out of that deal. Anyway, one of them they couldn't make a salary agreement with, the one that they wanted out of those 4 or 5, and so that left them with, they only had one person that they could offer the job to. And so sometimes you don't bring in enough people to actually interview and stuff, and you walk yourself into a corner, and now what do? Do you start the whole process over? Because you're talking tens of thousands of dollars probably that have been spent by the time you get to that point. And that ball's driven high up over first base. First baseman trying to get there, and it's going to hit off the top of the dugout.
That one kept pushing out of play, unfortunately, for the Eunice Cardinals.
So anyway, it's just a difficult deal because you don't want to interview 500 people. At the same time, sometimes you don't interview enough, and you walk yourself into a corner and give yourself few options. That is definitely not to say that that's what's going to happen here, because we haven't got to that point yet.
Correct.
All I'm saying is that sometimes when you do those things, I've served on numerous boards and committees and hiring and things. I've watched my wife do it at the city and at the junior college, and sometimes you can limit yourself by narrowing it down to such a small group to bring in for interviews. Because what happens if you get one of those 3 that comes in and says, I'm not willing to take this job for that salary, and then one of those 3 comes in and says, I really didn't like the interview or whatever, and one of those 3 that comes in and says, things that you don't like. And, then you're in a position where you either start over and go through the whole process again and make people reapply and do the whole thing over again that you just did, or you find yourself picking one of those folks going, well, that's what we've got, so we'll pick one. And so, and like I said, I've seen that happen a lot of times. So there's a drive. It's going to go high and foul over this first base dugout and
finally gets out of play, right?
Yep.
So that's 2 strikes, 1 ball, no outs here. And like we said earlier, Wilson is on the mound for the Eunice Cardinals. It's our 3rd pitcher tonight, correct?
Yes, I believe you are correct. That is Ethan Wilson.
Ethan, yes, I can't remember his first name.
He's got a runner standing on second. No outs here for Portales in a 10-2 ball game. And here comes the pitch.
Outside.
And I know people in the Farmington area. In fact, I've got a lifelong friend who is from that area and still works in administration for schools. And he's got a very close friend who's an administrator up there and linked to one of the candidates. So I've been able to talk to some folks about him, and sounds like a good candidate. I also, there's a drive towards center.
Oh, barely gets passed by Jeter.
And that is Mayberry. It's going to get in there, and they're going to turn and send him home. It's going to be a close play at the plate, and they get him. What a play from center, and I'm not sure who's out there anymore.
I believe that's Tyson Coy.
Man, if it is Coy, he's had a heck of a ball game here. He gunned him from center field.
It looks like a Coy from here the way he's standing, but I could be wrong.
And that'll bring up, trying to see here if this is Ontiveros. That's what my roster shows. But this part of the game, you start having people moving around.
People subbing in and out.
Yeah.
So that's the first out here for the Eunice Cardinals. I mean, the Portales Rams.
Yeah. So back on my story, I've also got some immediate friends that know one of the other candidates, the one from West Texas. And anyway, and so gathered some pretty good info from friends and people that I know, acquaintances on that candidate as well. And so, when you start reaching out, I think that any of your 3 applicants that you've got, in my opinion, would be just fine. I mean, my wife works for one and gets along with her just fine. I know people that know both of the other 2, and any of those three is going to be a change from what we're doing
Yes.
right now.
We've been spoiled with what we have for the last couple of years.
Well, and here's the reality. The average life expectancy, and when I say life expectancy, I'm talking term expectancy, time of service for a superintendent in New Mexico, in talking to Gene Strickland, is just over 3 years. And so about 3 years. So Mr. Haynes is he's unusual. He's done a good job here, and he's been here a lot longer than what is usual for this area. And Jeter scoops that one up, fires it over to first, and gets the lead runner onto Veros. And so good play there by Jeter. The runner does advance over to third.
That is out number 2 here.
Yep. So now with 2 outs, we got a 10-2 game. Runner standing at third, and Gutierrez comes to the plate. Young man got hit by a pitch. He had a triple, and then he had an RBI single his last at bat. I forgot my story again. Stepping back in there, ready to go, is Gutierrez.
There was somebody up in the football stands had a bright flashlight. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, really? No, I didn't. Shining over this way?
Yes, sir. They had a clear or white and a red light coming out there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if they're trying to blind the batters or what. But he's facing this direction. He's not up there no more.
Interesting. I'll have to
I'll
keep my eyes
yeah.
over that way, yeah.
As long as you don't have a laser, we're okay. But Portales leads here 10-2 in the top of the, was that 5th?
Yeah, I believe that's right. There's a drive into
man.
left center field. He hit it hard. It's going toward the gap, trying to get there as Castro, and he's going to underhand catch it like a basket. And so that'll be a fly out there for Gutierrez. And so as we move into the bottom of the 5th, the Cardinals trail 10-2. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. We're here in a 10-2 game as Portales leads Eunice 10-2 in the bottom of the 5th.
They have another pitch out there by the number 7.
Number 7 is Swift, and the coaching staff over here at the press box. Apparently, they got some profanity on the music that's playing
not
out
good.
over
Just
there.
by hearing the beat, it sounds like our type of music back in the day.
Yeah, a little Notorious B.I.G.
Yep. Coach came real quick over here to change the music, boy.
Came over to the backstop and yelled, "Change the song."
Somebody's going to have to run tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it ain't going to be me.
And I see the athletic director over there talking to the coach now. So Liable to have some attitude adjustments at some point.
These guys. Luckily, it's one of these players out here running around.
Not us. Not us.
Not us or Lynn.
Yep.
We're in good shape.
We're in good shape. In fact, with us, we can't even hardly hear that out there. We got the headsets on. Don't even know what they're doing.
So here we are at the bottom of the 5th, right? Is that if it's correct?
Yep.
No, that's the bottom of the 6th. You're saying up there. No, that's 5th.
3, 4, 5. Yeah, bottom of the 5th.
It's 10-2. Portalis Legion have a different pitcher out there again, which doesn't surprise us by now. They've had a different pitcher the last 5 innings.
And that is Swift that is on the hill now. We'll see if he throws it swiftly.
In the bat, we're going to have Kevin Garcia for the Eunice Cardinals as a catcher tonight.
Garcia, he's had a single and a walk, so he's been able to get on base here.
That he has.
He steps up there ready to go. Braylon Jeter on deck and Jose Calvillo in the hole.
And Portales is taking their sweet time. I think they have a different catcher as well, right? Or am I mistaken?
I think that's the guy, but
Okay.
I may be wrong.
They had a black glove earlier then.
Oh, did he?
Yes. I can't see his number.
Yeah, well, we'll see. It'll be interesting. He's number, 2? Is that what that says?
It's either 2 or 5.
If it's 2, it's Ontiveros. If it's 5, it's somebody completely different that wasn't in the starting lineup.
You gotta say because his pants look nice and clean. One of them nice white pants out there. Oh, it might be because he just
Missed the first one.
went right through his glove.
So 1 ball, no strikes here to Kevin Garcia.
That wind is still blowing the dust in the air still.
It is. I'm glad we're in here today.
Could you imagine our equipment out there?
Nope.
Ruin it that way.
Here comes the next pitch. That one's high for ball 2. So 2-0 to Kevin Garcia.
Whoa, did you hear that? I'm surprised they didn't make that pitcher take that batting glove.
Oh, yeah, he's
Off.
got something on. That ball's outside for ball 3. So 3-0 to Garcia.
I like this Portales pitcher.
Works quick.
Yep, ain't throwing a strike neither.
And he doesn't throw strikes. I like him. Here comes the next pitch. That's
Straight
right
down,
down the middle for strike number 1.
If that wasn't a strike, we're doing something wrong. Yeah, it's 3-1 here on Kevin Garcia. See if they'll give him the green light.
Got a message from Jared Gladden here, and the answer will be no, sir. No, sir, it was not. Driven into the net. Foul ball for strike 2. So we went from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count.
Just like that, huh?
Yep. And,
See what Mr. Swift throws here.
yep. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here. Bottom of the 5th, 10-2 ball game. Swift on the hill for Portales. Takes a look. Kevin Garcia in the right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside. So Kevin Garcia earns the walk. That'll bring Braylon Jeter up. Young man drove one right down the first base line for a single his last at bat.
Get these runs in, man.
Yeah.
Or if we don't, we still might go one more inning. Huh?
Yeah. So Jeter steps in there ready to go. Once again, runner at first is Garcia.
And he got a stolen base last time he was on.
That ball's outside
he
for
called it a
ball.
strike.
Oh, no, man. Good Lord.
Outside and in there for a strike.
Man,
Yeah, I know. He's opening it up. It's late.
Yeah.
It's late. It's cold out there. Windy. Well, it's hot and windy.
So 0-1 is the count. Here comes the next pitch. That ball's driven high and foul, and it's going to get in the parking lot, and that'll put a dent on somebody's car.
Big dent as high as that ball was.
So Jeter now down 0-2. Board shows 1-1, but it's 0-2. And so runner on first is Garcia. Swift takes a look. Kicks, fires it toward home, and it's,
Whoa, that's way prettier pitch than he called the first strike.
man.
That was
I thought we were going to the dugout there, but
so did Jeter the way he turned around. You know,
yeah.
like, oh, I'll stay here then. You want me to stay?
so back on the hill is Swift. Yep,
it was a balk.
They've called the balk, and Jeter had driven that ball into right field.
He did it earlier. The pitch before this, he did it as well. He didn't call it then.
I thought I saw it the last time. I think
he moves that front leg like he's about to come home.
Yep.
Either way, advances Kevin to second base, keeps it out of a double play situation.
Yeah, the only negative is Jeter had a base hit that would have done the same thing.
No, probably put Kevin on third the way he hit it.
Yeah, and now he's back up there with a 1-ball, 2-strike count according to the board. So Jeter steps back in there ready to go. Garcia now on second after the balk was called on Portales. Here comes the pitch, and that one's fouled off. He stayed alive.
Look at his knee. He kind of does that little split.
Yeah, somebody from the Eunice dugout saying something over toward the, or maybe it was Almaguer, somebody over there saying something to the ump, and he held his hand up like, hold on. So I guess he's saying to look at it again.
Watch.
That time I didn't see it, and swung on and missed, so down goes Jeter.
For out number 1 for the Eunice Cardinals.
And that'll bring up Calvillo. Calvillo had an RBI fielder's choice and then a ground out in his first 2 at-bats. So Jose Calvillo steps in there ready.
Him and Josh Jones are the only lefties we have on the team, correct?
I think you're right.
Who bat left-handed.
Yep. So Calvillo in there ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's chopped foul. Fouled it, almost looked like he fouled it off his own shin.
I wonder if he can get on base for that one.
Yeah. Tyson Coy chasing that foul ball down. He's on deck, I believe. Calvillo steps in there ready.
Oh, he wanted that
chopped that one back toward us again.
Just like that, he's down. 2 strikes, no balls. Runner on second. And 1 out here. Eunice is threatening it again.
A 10-2 game here.
He liked that ball, did he?
Hump.
Yeah, the hump.
Yep, and then chopped at that one. It's tipped off and caught, so down goes Calvillo on the strikeout.
We're going to have a courtesy runner for Kevin after we get 2 outs here, and I believe that's going to be number 18. Go with that, right?
Go with you, yep.
He's been the He's been the courtesy runner for Kevin as we get 2 outs here. Kevin start putting his catcher gear on.
And Tyson Goy comes back to the plate. Young man had a strikeout and a flyout in his 2 at-bats here today. He steps in there ready to go. 2 outs, 10-2 is the score.
Crowd goes quiet. Outside
ball's low and outside for ball 1.
And it's 8:30.
Yep.
In Eunice, New Mexico.
My bed's calling me. It's like, hey, come on home.
That's your bedtime.
1 ball.
Get them bunions a rest.
No strikes. Here comes the pitch.
Ball?
I was waiting on that delayed call, but we didn't get it.
There's a silence. I feel like we're questioning, is it a ball? Strike.
2 balls, no strikes. You could hear the Portales faithful hollering. They thought it was a strike. We, the Eunice faithful, like the ball call. So 2-0. There's a drive over towards short. Shortstop's going to scoop it up. Hit throws it over to first, and it gets past the first baseman. It's going to score a run on the pass ball. Sliding in Pete Rose style is Haciel. And so standing on second is Lord, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, Coy.
Tyson.
I said Lord.
They hollered at you over there?
Yeah, I heard them. They let me know over there.
You can correct them. They're going to correct you.
That's right. That's
or
right.
Us.
And I have
That's
a tendency.
Tyson Coy, boy.
I have a tendency. I will. I've done it all year long. I'll call Coy Lord and Lord Coy because they've got similar builds.
And their names are very similar. Tyson, Dyson.
Tyson.
And they both play center field or right field.
Yeah, and from up here, man, my eyes are not very good anyway. So
either way, Eunice got a run there. It's 3-10.
And I know both their daddies well, so there's a first pitch outside. Oh no, he called it a strike.
That's what I'm saying. He's not consistent. This is Morales up the bat. Isaac Morales.
Isaac Morales. Young man's got a strikeout and a ground out in his 2 at-bats. So 2 outs here in a 10-3 ball game now. Here comes the pitch. It's outside. They're going to send him. And they
got him.
High, and they did.
Got him.
And
that third baseman went up about 10 feet in the air, came down and tagged him before he got on the bag.
you know, I think if he
Whoa.
slides, he's in there safe. But they picked off Coy over on first. And so that'll send us into the top of the sixth. Eunice trails 10-3. You're listening to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports.
Redbird Garage is your hometown local mechanic shop specializing in minor and major repairs from oil changes, car washes, brake work, AC repair, and so much more. For more information, call 394-8828. Call 394-8828. Or swing by Redbird Garage at 1800 North Main Street in Eunice and meet the new owners, Josh and Erica Jones. Redbird Garage is your hometown mechanic shop, committed to always doing what's right for you and your vehicle.
Guns Up Services is a proud supporter of their Eunice community and their Eunice Cardinals. Guns Up Services has been in business almost 13 years and is family owned and operated, located at 2105 Avenue O in Eunice. They are your trusted vacuum truck, winch truck, frac tanks, rental equipment, and dirt work provider. Guns Up Services in Eunice wants to cheer on their Eunice Cardinals and wish them luck this sports season. Guns Up Services, another proud supporter of all Lee County athletics. Go, number 5.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. We are here in the top of the sixth. It's a 10-3 game. Eunice trails by 7, and we've got Ethan Wilson on the hill for the Cardinals, the youngster, and son of Travis. Good peoples. Yep.
The people's champ.
Ethan Wilson's sister was an amazing softball pitcher that took the Cardinals to a championship appearance, and they went down that year, but I guarantee you that young lady was a pitcher.
They went down the Loving Falcons that time, huh?
Yep. Ended up as state runners-up.
But here we go. I think we have a substitute on second base. Or is that Billy out there still?
I don't know. I can't see.
Let me see if he turns on his number. Now he's still out there.
Yep.
I believe everybody's still out there the same start of the game defensively.
So that'll bring up Tez. The young man had an RBI, single, and a couple of ground outs. So he steps in there ready to go. On the hill is Wilson. He kicks and fires it toward home. A swung on. It's driven high up over third base, and it is way high. And a nice catch there by Morales, I believe.
Yeah, that ball stayed forever in the air.
Yep.
As it went towards deep left, but got blown right back in towards third.
That wind is huffing and puffing and blowing them balls back toward us.
And that's probably a blessing in disguise, because some of these balls would have been out of the park, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So that was Tez. And so that should bring up Swift. This is your pitcher for this Portales team right now. The young man's got an RBI single, another single, and a 2 RBI single in his 3 at-bats here tonight.
He got a ball one there, as Wilson delivered a pitch on the outside corner, but it was a ball, according to the umpire.
Here comes the next pitch. Big breaking ball. Looked like it came back in there.
Looked like he called it a ball.
And he called that one a ball as well. So a 2-0 count. And, yeah, man, the last 2 pitches looked pretty good. Here comes the next one. That one's driven foul over toward the field house, and it's going to be over into the parking lot for strike 1. So 2 balls, 1 strike here.
On Swift, huh?
Yeah, 2-1 to Swift. No outs in a 10-3 game.
What was he playing at before he started pitching? I don't remember.
I don't know. I'd have to go look at
What
what
is it short?
That
Way
ball's
outside.
For ball 3. So 3 balls, 1 strike here to Swift. It's like we've talked about. They've changed pitchers every inning.
And they're winning. Imagine that.
Yep. So 10-3. Here's the pitch. That ball's hit hard, foul back, and it's going to be out of play. So full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Wilson doing a beautiful job keeping these players honest for Portales.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't scored much runs on them.
Wilson's a freshman too, right?
I believe so.
Or is he an eighth
No,
grader?
no. I think he's older. We'll ask those kids in a minute over there.
Yeah. That ball's chopped toward third, scooping it's Morales, trying to fire it across there, and he does, and they get him.
That was a
Morales
bang play.
stretches Calvillo out. Calvillo did the splits. He looked like a gymnast. He's grabbing his area that got spread out there as he stretched him, and that was quite a
job
play.
by both guys right there.
Yeah, I concur.
It's going to be up Carson.
This is Farfenberger.
Farfenberger? Carson Farfenberger?
Farfenberger heads up to the plate.
I think he popped out last time.
Yep. Stepping in there, the left-handed batter. Farfenberger takes first pitch, ball one. This young man had a ground out, a fly out, and a fly out. So he's popped up twice and got thrown out on the grounder the first at bat. So stepping in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch.
Oh.
He looked at it hard and the delay, but no call.
That one got the outside corner on this left-handed batter for
it looked pretty good.
ball two.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from where we're at.
It looked great from here.
2-0 is the count now.
Charlie said, come on, Blue.
2 outs. Here comes the pitch. That ball's driven foul. Wilson has some good stuff like Kenny Chesney.
These Portatus players, if they don't foul one back, they're not batting.
Yep.
If you notice, almost every player fouls back a ball.
Yep. Stepping back in is Farfenberger with a 2-1 count. 2 outs, 10-3 game. Wilson on the hill. Kicks, fires it toward home, swung on and driven right into the first base dugout. Almost knocked his coach out. His coach is looking at him
over there
like,
in
what the
right
heck?
field.
Yeah, and it went right off the edge of the dugout and all the way into right field.
That ball was moving.
Yes, I concur.
So we got 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 outs here on Farfenberger. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, he's in there ready. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. I would do it, but it's the other team, so I'm going to leave it alone. Not going to do my Heath Dean, Jared Gladden thing. Mixed in with
calling it now?
Yeah, mixed in with a little woo-woo on
Jimmy
there.
Jones walkout song when he's a state trooper.
Here comes the
Whoa, and that ball got away from him a little bit.
And what? I'm not even sure how that happened, but
Wild thing out there on that one.
yeah.
He's even smiling.
that ball slipped out of his hand.
I think it was a breaking ball. His daddy's going, he's probably cursing over there knowing his daddy. Shaking his head like, come on, boy.
That ball went flying like way.
And we just lost power in the scoreboard.
I did what we did, huh?
Somebody's going to get in trouble.
Here comes the next pitch. It's driven high up over the pitcher.
Dude, that's
catcher trying to
crazy
get
high.
to it.
Watch out, the collision.
Does that?
No, it came off the net.
Oh, man, I was fixing to say that was kind of crazy. Garcia got to the ball. The ball hit his glove, but then stuck in the net and like bounced up. And Calvillo comes running in from first, catches it off the net, and so that don't count.
All that action for no action.
That was a lot of action.
And the score goes out. The scoreboard went out.
And now it's back on. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs is what the board says. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Farfenberger back in there ready. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. Dribbler over towards second. Blevins going to come in, scooping. Picks it up. He struggled with it at first, but he stayed with it and got it over to first.
That took forever to develop out there, boys.
And so at the end of 6, your Eunice Cardinals trail, and I don't know the score because the thing keeps going off over there.
Playing around too much. All right, we'll go to a commercial.
It's 10-3.
Yeah, making sure it was 10-3, huh?
BTH Services is a locally owned and operated family-oriented business. BTH Services and Rental is a Porta-John and equipment rental company. BTH Services and Rental also clears right-of-ways and right-of-way reclamation. Please call 575-964-3104. That's 575-964-3104 for all of your company needs. BTH Services and Rental is also looking for a 1-ton CDL driver. Please apply at 2100 Avenue O in Eunice. BTH Services and Rental is a proud sponsor of Lee County Athletics.
Eunice has a friendly small-town atmosphere, great schools and churches, and a low cost of living. The entire community is very involved with all levels of sports and academics. The Eunice Department of Motor Vehicles' new office hours are Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. No testing on Friday. Eunice, a friendly small town with a wonderful community and amenities. The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. Your Eunice Cardinals here trail 10-3 against the Portales Rams. We've got another pitching change. And so I believe this is going to be Mayberry comes to the hill. And he will be pitching for Portales.
This is what, their sixth pitcher?
They have changed pitchers, I believe, every inning here in this game. And they lead 10-3. They've had some scoreboard problems, so the scoreboard is kicked on and off a few times. They've got it back on now. Brand new scoreboards.
I think they're having issues over here with the board over here inside.
Yeah.
According to that young man over there. This worked just fine every game until tonight.
Yep.
And we're not again.
So this is Morales, right? That's up.
Yes, sir. This is Morales. He continues his bat from last time when Coy got thrown out going to third.
The board just shut off again. And so Morales steps up, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's driven foul over into the parking lot.
He jumps on the first pitch here. So that's going to be strike number one here.
Yep.
That was it. We're at the bottom of the sixth, right?
I believe that's correct, yes. So Morales steps back in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. It's driven high and foul again. So 0-2 for Morales. And so the Cards here find themselves in a hole with their first batter, 0-2. Got to hang on and keep it going here.
Trailing here in this game.
Yep. 10-3.
Oh, we kept that high for ball one.
Yep.
It's close, wasn't it?
Yep. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here.
Must be getting a little cold out there. People bringing out their jackets and their blankets.
I concur.
It's not cold in here.
Taking a look. Here comes the pitch. That ball's driven into right field. Nice piece of hitting there by Morales. And they try to throw him out at first, and it was close. It was a bang play.
You know who that was? That's Swift out there.
Out there in right field?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Swift, the pitcher, and possibly shortstop from earlier in the game, caught that ball out in right field and fired it over to first. And it was a bang play. But Morales gets there safely on the single. And I believe that'll bring up Luis Gomez.
Yes, sir, you are correct.
Young man's got a strikeout and a ground out here today. Big lead over there by Morales, and he gets hit. So Gomez gets hit by a pitch. And that'll bring Luis Zamora.
No, we got a sub, number 14. I think that's Wilson.
14 is Wilson, I believe.
Right, the scoreboard once goes out again, so it's going to be something to talk
now
about
it just
tomorrow
came
practice.
Back on again. Yep. So Wilson going to step up. I heard his dad say, pick you something out and drive it. He'll go over to the Permian. He'll go over to the Permian dealership if that's the case, and I may go with him there, Travis.
Encouraging there.
I'll pick something out. And, that's right, and drive it. If you're buying, I'm going, Trav.
I'll say you never listen to Dad.
10-3 is the score here. We're in the bottom of the sixth, I believe. Wilson at the plate. Runners on first and second. No outs. Wilson lays down the bunt that goes foul. He picked him something out and drove it foul with a bunt right there.
It's 1-1, huh? 1 ball, 1 foul ball. So I'm swinging away here trying to get those runners in motion.
Mm-hmm. I think TA gave him the
Swing away.
the swing away. That's what that looked like
Yeah,
to
it's
me.
an
Unless that's the
international
fake,
sign, huh?
the fake swing away, but it sure looked like the swing away.
Let's see if it's fake. No, it's real.
Yep, and that ball's going to get past. Oh, and the runners all were in a bind there. Oh,
He just
man.
missed the tag, did he?
Yeah, oh,
Or did he
man.
not? Did he or did he not?
Oh,
Question
it was
remains.
close.
Luckily, that wasn't on camera.
Luis Gomez was headed for second, and the runner hesitated going from second to third.
So he pushed him pretty
And
much.
then he had to go, and he almost got thrown out at 3rd, but almost only counts in horseshoes and other things. Runner's now at second and third, and here comes the runner headed home. It's going to be a close play, and he's in there. As getting in there is Morales, who steals third and then steals home. And Luis Gomez runs over, or whoever was in there for Luis runs over to third. Is that Luis still
Yes,
over
sir.
there?
That's still on third. Making the score 10-4 here.
Yep, and that brings Wilson back into the batter's box with a 3-1 count and a 10-4 score. 10-4, good buddy.
Roger.
Here comes the next pitch. That ball's low and outside for ball 4, so Wilson earns the walk. And here comes the Portales coaching staff out of the dugout. They want to talk to their pitcher here. They don't like what they're looking at in a 10-4 ball game. Runners on the corners, no outs.
And Eunice is threatening here.
That's right, and Dyson Lord steps up.
You got Dyson in the top of the lineup here with Billy. That's a good situation we're in right now because Dyson got a good hit last time.
And you had Almaguer come down here and talk to the home plate ump, and the home plate ump pulled out his little notepad, and he's making some changes. So I'm wondering if we're going to see some changes right
We're going to
here.
have a pinch hitter. I think he's just checking all the positions out there on the field.
Making sure everybody's where they're supposed to be.
Yes, sir. Because all the substitution moving people around on the field, sometimes they can't do certain moves.
Yep. So Dyson Lord comes to the plate. Young man had a strikeout and a single his last at bat that turned into a double.
And we lost
The board again.
yeah, it's something electronic over here where these young men are at.
Yep.
Playing around.
So runners on the corners for Lord. Here comes the first pitch, swung on and
Wow.
fouled off for strike 1.
I like how Lord jumped on the first pitch, man.
Yep.
I have a courtesy runner for Wilson. He's like Fabian Ornelas, maybe number 7.
It's number 7. 7 is Fabian Ornelas. Yeah. So Ornelas standing on first. Luis Gomez on third.
No outs. We need to put him on second. That would get out of that double play there.
And we've seen this catcher. If it's the same one, he'll throw down to second to try to get you if you don't have a good jump. There's a ball driven over toward the gap. It's going to be close. They're going to get there. And so Lord, with a good piece of hitting, goes the other way. And he's going to end up with an RBI single.
Brings that run in home. So it's 5-10 with runners on second and first for the Eunice Cardinals.
And
with no outs.
And the top of the lineup comes up as senior Billy Blevins heads up here to the plate.
Turning off that board off and on is working. Do it all night.
Yeah, it's a one of those
Voodoo
superstition
thing, yeah.
voodoo deals.
It's a Heath and Jared thing, right?
There you go. So Blevins steps in there ready to go. Here's the first pitch, and it is down the pipe for strike number 1.
I don't want to agree with that, but oh well.
So Blevins steps in there. He takes a hack at the plate there, frustrated.
Yes, he was
ready to go. Here comes the next pitch. And that one's low and outside. Almost got away from the catcher. The catcher did a real good job of backhanding that one. It was out on the other side of the left-handed
Honestly,
box.
I thought he was going to throw over to second, that big lead that Fabian had over there.
Oh, he had a big one, yep. So stepping back in there, ready to go. We got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. And Blevins now in a 1-2 hole.
That swing right there, he had to swing that because it's the same pitch you call the strike.
Yep.
Which is out of the strike zone for Blevins.
Yep.
It's not his fault. He's playing defense out there at that bat.
Back in there, ready to go. 1-ball, 2 strikes to Billy Blevins. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, tipped off the glove, and it'll
Foul
keep
ball.
him alive.
That's a foul ball. Let's go now. Somebody said battle, Billy.
Yep. They said, come on, Billy, battle. I concur. Get in there, Bill. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, a 10-5 game. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. It's driven foul into the parking lot. That'll ding somebody's car.
If you can hit a gapper, man, we might be able to score too.
Man, yeah, for sure. Stepping back in there is Blevins after the foul ball, trying to stay alive. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs. 10-5 game. Here comes the pitch. Ooh.
No, that hit the bottom of the bat.
Hit right off the bottom butt of the bat, right off his fingers, and it's going to be a foul ball. It caught that bat, or it would have hit him. So he basically hit the ball foul with the bottom of his knuckles.
Charlie said his scoreboard is working just fine.
10-3 or 10-5 is the score. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Blevins going to step out of the box here.
Thank you for the update there, Charlie.
He got some service, I guess, again.
I guess so. He's always sending some memes, too, so you know he's at the hotel.
So Blevins heads down, going to visit with Coach a minute. I wonder if that ball that hit off the butt of his knuckles a while ago, if it
pinched one of his fingers or something?
Pinched his fingers.
Because
they're looking at his fingers, so I think that kind of hurt.
Gotta hurt being hit right there, boss.
So Blevins steps back in there, takes him a couple of practice swings, and he's ready to go. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Billy Blevins, the senior. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed, and down goes Blevins on the strikeout.
On that outside corner.
That'll bring up Kevin Garcia.
With 1 out.
Garcia with a single, and he's walked his last 2 at-bats. So a single, a walk, and a walk for Kevin Garcia. Steps in there, another senior. Runners in scoring position. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. It was a tip caught by the catcher for strike 1.
Just like that, he's behind.
Yep.
On deck, we got big old Jeter out there, huh?
Yep. Need to get this young man on base right here and let Jeter come in and clean house. Here comes the next pitch. Oh man,
he did call it.
He did.
So we're
That's
down,
one of those pitches on that outside edge of the opposite batter's box, and it was called a strike. So now we've got an 0-2 count here to Garcia, and the clock goes off again, or the scoreboard.
We'll get a base hit here.
Here comes the pitch.
Oh, the way that.
Oh,
he did call him out.
Call it. He called a late delayed call strike.
Late, low, not over the plate strikeout.
So down goes Garcia, and so now you've got 2 outs here as Braylon Jeter comes to the plate. Young man's got a fly out, a single, and a strikeout in his 3 at-bats here today. He steps in there ready to go. Takes a look. He's ready. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and driven into center. It's going to hit the gap. They're going to turn and send somebody home, and now they've stopped him. And so that's going to load the bases.
That center fielder was tempting that runner to send him, and he just stopped him.
Yes, he was.
Remember, Calvillo's had a triple this game, so keep that in mind.
So a single by Jeter loads the bases. Calvillo comes to the plate. Young man had an RBI fielder's choice, a ground out, and a strikeout his last at bat.
And that wind's playing in his favor, being lefty.
Yep.
Let's do something here, Jeter. Calvillo.
Jose Calvillo steps to the plate, the lefty. Runners on all 3 bases. Here's a drive into center. It's cutting back. The center fielder standing there, and he's going to make the catch. Down goes Calvillo on the fly out. And that'll move us into the 7th with your score, Eunice 5, Portales 10.
Devon Energy is proud to support the athletic programs of Eunice High School this season. By partnering with local schools in Eunice, Devon is making an investment in the long-term future of the community. Sports teach discipline, teamwork, and leadership. Skills our youth will use to succeed for a lifetime. From the Devon team to yours, Devon Energy wishes you good luck this season, both on the field and in the classroom. Go Eunice Cardinals!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal Sports. I believe we've got a pitcher change here. Who do we have on the mound?
Tyson Coy for the Eunice Cardinals.
Tyson Coy heads out there onto the hill for the Cardinals. We are in the top of the 7th.
Bottom of the top of the 7th, yes, sir.
It should be the top, yep.
That scoreboard's turning off, and now we really don't know what inning it is. We do know that we are losing 10-4.
10-5, right?
4. We never scored the last one, did we?
I thought it was a 10-5 score. I don't know why. That's what I was thinking the board said. Now, that doesn't mean it's right, but I think the board said 10-5.
You
know what?
When it does come on?
The board said 10-5, but it may be 10-4 because we were talking about 10-4 good buddy. So I don't know. We will see if the board ever comes back. There it is. It says 10-5.
10-5.
So a 10-5 score on the board here as we've got 1 inning of baseball left to play.
Eunice is trailing here. But we need to do something. We keep leaving runners on. We left bases loaded last time.
Yep.
What do we do, boys? A lot of action up here. Kids coming in and out of this door.
In and out.
Old Leonard trying to get some nap time, and they won't let him.
Yep. He's going to smack one of them in a minute. Say, you know who I am? I'm in the Hall of Fame, by God.
I'm had enough of y'all. DDT's one of them. Jumps off the board.
Bum, bum, bum. Wow, that was interesting.
Yeah, it's perfect timing, wasn't it, huh?
Well, that throw was interesting.
He hurt his help, too.
Garcia,
Look at him.
yeah, he's reaching down and holding his arm and went all the way down to his knees. That ain't no good.
And it's just confirmed by Mr. Charlie. He said 10-5. He has made it to his hotel room, and he has his computer out watching the game. So
I'm glad that's all he's got out. Lozano heads to the plate here, and he steps in there ready to go.
Yes, so I concur, Your Honor.
Here comes the pitch. It's low and outside for ball number 1.
On Lozano here, the score is out again, but we're still in here.
The scoreboard keeps kicking off and on, and they're struggling with it over there. And that pitch goes behind the batter. And Wilson looking at his hand again.
No, that's Coy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
Wilson, I think he's out of the game. I don't see him out there anymore.
Board's back on for a few seconds.
Off and on like that, we're going to blow some fuses out there, huh? Or
2
bulbs.
balls, no strikes.
Just leave it off, guys.
Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to mess something else. I'm messing up with everything else. So.
Yep. I think we got too much wrestling and whatnot over there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
WrestleMania.
That's right. That's what we got going over there at the scoreboard. There's a drive down the left field line. It takes a skip. It's going to go to the wall. Turning, headed for second. Runner's going to make a little turn there, and then he's going to stay there. And what a shot there.
By Lozano, huh?
By Lozano.
Stand-up double for the Portalis Rams here.
And that'll bring up Williams, but I'm not sure if that's Williams. 11, so this is a substitution. This is Luscombe, Alex Luscombe. Wonder if he's related to Coach Luscombe from Texaco for all those years.
Could be.
Saw him at the state basketball tournament this year, visited with him.
You doing well?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's working for the company that sells us all of our uniforms and athletic gear here in Eunice. So he said he's doing real good because Eunice is sending him lots of money.
That's good.
Yeah, he was a great coach. Great coach, I will tell you.
That's ball number 1, this player.
You know, he was my coach in the North-South All-Star basketball game when I played in the All-Star game a long time ago. He was my coach.
The 18, 19?
That's right. And then all those years that we had those good basketball teams, man, he was my kryptonite every time we'd get to the state tournament. So he's a good coach, no doubt about it. Retired now and working for, what is that, BSF or whatever that is. And there's a hit pitch or hit batter. And so
he was a little frustrated. He wanted to swing the bat.
Yep. So he'll head over to first after the hit by a pitch.
Just like that, Portales has 2 runners on.
With no outs.
No outs.
So this is number 5. Number 5 is Devin Diaz, and the board has went off again.
Just leave it off. It's not in our favor anyways. Just leave it off. I don't think anybody else is looking at it but Portales fans.
There's a drive down the third base line, scooping it, stepping on third.
Oh, throw it to first. Don't hesitate, son.
Oh, man, he'd have probably had a close play, but he hesitated, and now we throw it into left field. Scooping up in third and throwing it in, but the runners are all going to advance. So we get the lead out, then we throw it away, and all the runners advance. Now you got them standing on second and third.
It really didn't make a big difference, right?
Yeah.
But, hey, we did get one out according to that scoreboard.
Yeah, and the board came back on.
For that one out.
So this will bring Mayberry up.
Who is the pitcher now, right? Or no?
I don't know if they made another change after him. I can't keep up. They change pitchers every inning. So here comes the first pitch to Mayberry. Big breaking ball that went right off the bill of his hat.
That's close.
I thought he got him.
That. That'd be our luck. Hit him in the head. Put him on. This kid hits a grand slam.
Oh, man.
Like the game's over, boys.
10-5 ball game here. 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes to Mayberry. Here comes the pitch. That ball's driven foul into the parking lot. That'll put a dent on somebody's car. I really believe that we need a sponsor that is a body shop.
That's buddy work.
We got Lobo Trucking. We got Redbird Garage. I guess we could relate Redbird Garage. If your car won't run after it takes one off the hood, running down to Redbird Garage.
They can replace lights in front, headlights.
Oh, yes, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Tail lights.
Knocks off one of your mirrors. They'll fix that, I know.
Fix ACs, I bet, too.
And Devon Energy, yeah, they definitely do that. They fix mine. Guns Up Services, NMR Pipeline, Redbird Gas. There's a drive over toward short. They're going to scoop it. They're going to throw it toward home, and they get it there. Jeter is just tough as nails, man. Jeter's tough as nails.
If you need nails, you can call on a hard one and get some.
That's right.
And if you can't find them there, Eunice Pump can chase them down for you and deliver them to you.
Yep. And then if all of that fails, just run on over to BTH Services and Rental. Chad Haller, he can swing a hammer hill.
Yeah, if you got some housekeeping, too, some cleaning. During you, I'd probably rent you a trailer, put that in.
Yep. Eunice Wrecker and Rental, Eunice Pump and Supply, and the Eunice Public Schools in the city of Eunice. And then after all of that, if you're tired, you don't feel well, run on down to Eunice Health Clinic, get yourself an exam.
You say the exam or exam?
Well, not an exam, an exam. You don't run down to Eunice Health Clinic to get you an exam. You run over to the Eunice Public Schools to get you one of those.
Yeah.
And Parker Energy, of course.
Got to have that energy to get through this long game.
Runners at first and third, and there they go. And
it's not a bog.
They're going to, oh, man, the ball goes into center. They're going to score, and, man, we had them. And needless to say, Portales puts another run on the board as the runner started from first. The pitcher spun around, threw it to second. And then we misplayed the ball, and anyway, the runner standing on second, the runner that was on third scored, and so we got 11-5 ball game.
Yep, and that's the 2 outs here.
So here comes the pitch, swung on, driven right up toward the center. Jeter's going to scoop it up, fire it over to first, and he's going to get him.
Bang, bang play. That young man got 3 outs this inning.
Jeter's tough as nails. 11-5 is your score. We'll send it to the bottom of the last inning. You're listening to Eunice Cardinal Sports.
Parker Energy Services has been servicing the community for over 17 years. They offer water hauling, dirt work, and disposable services. Dispatchers and sales staff are available anytime, and office staff is available from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. Parker Energy aims to satisfy their customers and give their employees great job opportunities. Parker Energy is family-owned and operated, big enough to meet your needs and small enough to offer excellent and personalized services. Consider Parker Energy Support Services for all of your support needs. Visit them today at 2350 Avenue O in Eunice. The proud owners of Eunice Wrecker and Rental offer professional and reliable 24-hour roadside services in Lee County. Light to medium duty towing and recovery, fuel deliveries, jump starts, lockouts, and tire changes. They also haul off unwanted vehicles to help clean up your property. Eunice Wrecker and Rental have over 20 years of experience. They are fully licensed and insured. Call 575-394-HOOK. That's 575-394-4665. Eunice Wrecker and Rental are located at 44 North New Mexico Highway 248, Eunice, New Mexico, mile marker 1. Lobo Trucking has been in business now for 20 years and wants to give thanks to you and their hardworking and dedicated employees. Lobo Trucking takes great pride in developing a highly trained, motivated, and professional workforce. Lobo Trucking can safely and efficiently meet any fluid management needs, and Lobo Trucking is a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Lobo Trucking salutes all the hardworking coaches, teachers, and students. Keep up the good job.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to No Mark Broadcasting's coverage of Eunice Cardinal sports. It is a breezy, cool, it's turned into a breezy, cool evening here in Eunice. Started out a warm evening, and it is windy.
Hey, guess what, Jimmy?
What's that?
Portales has a new pitcher.
Man, can you tell who that is? It's number 9.
That's their center fielder, that big lefty.
That is Pfaffenberger. So Pfaffenberger heads to the mound, big, long lefty. They've changed pitchers every single inning, and sometimes multiple times per inning.
Yeah.
And they lead 11-5. Eunice needs 6 to stay in this one.
To stay alive, they say, huh?
Yep. Staying low. Staying low.
You got quiet over there, huh?
Yep. Leonard's going to go to sleep in a minute. He's over taking it easy.
Easy money, baby.
Oh,
Easy
Len White,
money.
he's going to take a nap in a minute. His eyes are almost closed. I see him. He's starting to
A
nod.
little drooping.
Yep.
That's okay. He's taking a break between the action. He knows what to do. He's been doing this for a long time. He knows how to pace himself through these long games.
You know, Leonard will officially become part of the Lee County Sports Hall of Fame at this year's chamber banquet. So that's coming up pretty soon. Pfaffenberger rears back and throws that one into Tyson Coy.
But it's a ball.
And it was inside for ball 1. So Coy steps in there ready to go. Here comes Pfaffenberger, and he rips that one down the middle for ball number 2. It was high.
Yeah, the ball's coming in a little too fast for the umpire there, huh?
Yeah, it is a fast-moving
All three of them flinched at him, the catcher and the batter.
Here comes the next one. Swung on and
good
driven
hit by
down the
Coy.
right field line. It's going to be close. It is going to be foul. Just that wind and everything going that way.
Yep. Unfortunately for the Eunice Cardinals, I would have fell in a good spot.
Yeah. That right fielder was running, though. If that ball had not been outside the line, he might have had
And
that
that's Taylor
sucker.
Swift.
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift.
That's not his real name, but
Is that what you called him?
No,
You
I
called him
didn't say
Taylor
that.
Swift. You did. I think you did.
I meant
What
to
do you
say
think
Tyler
this a
Swift.
Chiefs? You think this is a Chiefs game or what? What are you doing over there?
He is wearing red, huh? Ooh,
that is a-
fastball.
Down
Inside
low and
misses.
inside.
By a smidge, the umpire said.
So
Let's
the
count.
board says 2-1. I
think
was
it's
thinking
3-1.
3-1. Yep, 3
Scream at him
balls.
like he screamed at you. 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike here. Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed. So now we got a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Send him a text. He'll catch it quicker.
We'll send them a message. I'll have Ovi fly over in a minute with a little
banner.
banner behind the plane that says 3 balls. So stepping back in there, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the gap over near
Backhand.
short. Short backhands it, fires it, and beating it out is
Coy.
Coy, as Coy gets the single.
That was a weird hit because that ball never got off the floor. It just kept spinning all the way over there.
Yep.
It had some power on it, too.
Isaac Morales going to come up to the plate now with Coy at first.
See if they're going to make him bunt. No, we need to hit the ball.
Yep, I concur. 11-5, you got to get up there and put the bat on the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes the first pitch. And,
Ooh.
man, that was a heater for
Call that
strike
strike.
number 1.
They're clocking them over here too. These kids are, huh?
Is that what they were doing?
Yes, sir. You see, it's in his hand. It's a little pocket clock.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, man, and that's a heater.
Strike number
Strike
2, right?
2, yep. And he's giving the signal back to the coaching staff. Wow, you know, I had never seen one of those.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They use it a lot in travel ball. That's what kids here.
Yeah. And there is a off-speed pitch for strike number 3. So down goes Morales.
Luis Gomez. That's out number 1, huh?
Yep. So Luis comes to the plate. 1 out here. Runner standing on first. 11-5 is the score with the big lefty Farfenberger from Portales.
Throws it over towards first. I'm trying to catch Coy sleeping.
Yep.
But he ain't sleeping over there.
Back in there, ready to go is Gomez. Here comes the pitch. And it is, oh no, I was going to say it's low, but he called it a strike.
It is low for Luis, because Luis is pretty tall, but not for the umpire.
So 0-1. Here comes the next pitch, swung on by Luis and missed for strike 2, 0-2.
Come on, guys, we need some contact or something.
1 out, 0-2 is the count. Here comes the pitch to Gomez. Big swing. It goes over towards second. Second baseman going to scoop it. And kind of a funny, odd-looking play there from second to first, but he does land on the bag after doing like a little, like a herky. They call that a herky in cheerleading, where you jump up and touch your toes and then come down. That's kind of what he, I think that's a herky. He did a herky-jerky over there on first, but did land on the base. So
that's pretty talented, ain't he?
I'm telling you.
So this brings up Luis Gomez up the bat.
No, Luis Gomez. Luis Gomez just
and
there goes the
Luis
runner.
Zamora.
And Zamora.
He didn't even flinch. That ball went right by his hands.
And that was like, I don't know if he saw it. It was moving so fast. I'd have been moving if that ball was coming that fast near my face.
So Coy makes it all the way to third on that pass ball. No, he's already on second, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was already on second. So he makes it to third.
So we might score here, boss.
So we got Coy standing on third now. 2 outs, 11-5 is the score. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. The board shows 1 ball. It shows no strikes, but I know we got 1 strike.
At
Should
least
be
1.
1-1, I believe. And there's another swing for strike number 2. So
just turn the scoreboard off.
1 strike away from ending this ball game here. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I'm all choked up.
Here comes the next pitch. Swung on and missed, and down go the Cardinals. Your Cardinals fall here to Portales, 11-5. Quick shout out to our sponsors that make this possible: Eunice Wrecker and Rental, BTH Services and Rental, Cardinal Hardware, Eunice Pump and Supply, Eunice Public Schools, the City of Eunice, Eunice Health Clinic, Parker Energy, Redbird Gas, Lobo Trucking, Redbird Garage, Devon Energy, Guns Up Services, and NMR Pipeline. We appreciate you. Any final thoughts?
No, just thank you, Charlie. I'm glad you made it safe to Carlsbad, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Good.
Tomorrow, see you, Leonard. Tomorrow we will be over next door covering the softball game, as your softball girls will be in business for Leonard Skinnerd White, Rosendo Caballero, and Charlie the Thumb out on the app. I'm Jimmy Jones. Thank you for listening. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night.